are you from? Which part of the world are you from? Okay, we have people from Mohali, Jhansi, Uttar Pradesh, Faridabad, Chennai, Nagpur, Surat, beautiful. Delhi, amazing. Pune, amazing. So I would like to just pay gratitude from bottom of my heart for all of you being here as a part of this session. And on the behalf of Team Digital Scholar too, all of us together has put this event. So let me share with you the agenda of today's session. So let me share the screen with you guys and take you through the agenda of today's session. So here we go on what's the agenda. So there are quite a few sessions planned. And let me tell you, we start with introduction, which I'm doing right now. The first speaker is Sahil Khanna. He's from Intellectual Indies. So he's one of the speakers. He has crossed 1 million YouTube subscriber. He's going to talk about 11 steps to YouTube success in 2022. We have Simran Balar Jain. She has about 700K plus Instagram followers. She's going to be talking about how she has made it to be there. I will be talking on a topic, which is digital marketing trends in 2022. Rishi Jain, who is an automation expert, is going to talk about digital marketing tools for 2022. Very important segment for all of you. We have Ravi Kumar, who's going to talk about macro versus micro influencer marketing. And you have the world's best digital marketer and my mentor, Neil Patel, where we have conversations with Neil on digital marketing trends. So that's the agenda of today's session. If you're all ready for this, just go in the chat and say ready. Just say ready. Amazing. Love the energy that you guys are throwing. Okay, so before we get started, let's start this session. Let's start with a tweet note. The hashtag for today's event is hashtag DMDay 2021. I repeat, the hashtag for today's session is hashtag DMDay 2021. So if you are going to make stories on us, if you're going to make tweet about this event, do not forget, I'm just going to share this to you right now on the screen also. So let's start with a tweet note. Before we get started, let's go ahead and make some noise about Digital Marketing Day 2021 and how proud are you about this industry. So make a tweet and come back and use this hashtag DMDay 2021. You can also make stories and tag us. Let me just take this guy off. Give me a second. Okay, so all of you right there, make a tweet and come back and say done. If you're making a tweet on hashtag DMDay 2021, you can come back and say done. So make any tweet with this hashtag. You don't have to type this, you have to make a tweet. You have to go on Twitter, make a tweet and say you're celebrating Digital Marketing Day 2021 and use the hashtag DMDay 2021. Awesome. So once you're done, come back and you say done. Lovely. I just want to check if the speaker is in house. Rishi, just have a look at it and keep me posted privately. Okay. So lovely. So go back, make your tweet, come back, hashtag DMDay 2021. We have a contest too today. Somebody who makes an awesome hashtag use of DMDay 2021 and cover the most of the event on their Twitter with the hashtag DMDay 2021. One of the winners will announce on the story tomorrow of Digital Scholars Instagram handle. Will ensure that the person gets the Instagram Influencer Mastery course, which I have absolutely free. So that's the deal. So go ahead and cover and make some amazing tweets today with the hashtag DMDay 2021. Fantastic. Once you're done, you can come back and say, I am done. So let's go ahead. And how many of you here are excited to learn a lot? Just bring that excitement and tell me how excited you are. The number of excited D in your, this thing, in your words, the number of D, it will show us the amount of excitement that you will have. Super. So let's invite our first speaker for the day. So are you ready for the first speaker? Can we bring him on? Just say welcome Rishi. Just say welcome Rishi. If you're excited. Yes, fantastic. So we'll have Rishi on the board with us. And I'll quickly introduce you to Rishi before he takes the lead. Rishi is co founder and trainer at Digital Scholar, India's leading digital coach and automations expert. And Rishi is going to talk about 11 awesome tools that you need to make use of in 2022. So, Rishi, over to you and take the lead.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Saurav here. I hope you guys can see me, and if you can hear me, Saurav, you need to put me on the spotlight and let me take over here. Perfect. So first of all, I want to wish a very happy Digital Marketing Day to every digital marketer in the house. We guys made it today. We got a special day to celebrate all the sleepless nights, the entire efforts we have been putting up in the campaigns for the brands. So all thanks to Saurav for actually coming up for a day for people like us and getting that up there. So today I'm going to be talking to you about the top 11 tools that you need for becoming the top digital marketer in 2022. So I'm going to be sharing all those tools, what it does, how and what problem can it solve. And in the end, I'm going to be giving you my deck, which is the slide that I'm going to be sharing with you. I will be sharing it with you directly as well. So you don't have to wait or write down, or you don't have to really open up tabs. You can just focus right here, because I have 15 minutes and I want to cover a lot of ground without losing your interest, right? Does that make sense? Is everybody with me? So the deck will be yours, the slides will be yours, you can take it home, but just focus here, enjoy the learning process, and don't worry about whether I'm going to be whether you'll be able to make it down or not. Awesome. So here, let's begin the show. I'm so excited for you guys. So top 11 tools to become the best digital marketer in 2022. Saurav has already shared things about me, so I'm just going to quickly take you through again. So the co-founder of Digital Scholar, trained over 20,000 people in marketing automations. I have 3.6 million Quora views, and I'm regarded as the most viewed digital marketing writer in this industry. And people call me a walking toolkit because I have a tool for every problem. All right. So the first tool that I'm going to be sharing with you is addcreative.ai. All right. So this is a latest tool that is launched in the market, and this is a special tool for all the performance marketers in the house. What it does is it will generate high quality agency style or agency level creatives for you in a fraction of 2 clicks. And the best part is it is highly trained by artificial intelligence. So you will get creatives which have worked in the past for other marketers, and you can make use of it in your ad campaigns and play and test it around. All right. Are you guys excited about this? So if you are excited, just say excited in the chat. Yeah, I hope you guys can see my screen. I've already covered the first tool. Yes, excited. Now let me show you how the process works for this one. All right. So what is addcreative.ai? Now I don't have the bandwidth to take you inside the tool. Maybe some other day we'll do a special session. But here, what it really does is you can connect your Facebook account. You can connect your Google Ads account. You can connect Google Analytics, ad you need, and some other different ad accounts you can connect over here. Step two, you simply upload the logo of the brand that you're working for. If it's your brand or if it's the client's brand, whatever brand it is, you just go ahead, upload it, choose the color palette out of it. All right, you can choose 3 brand colors out of it, right? Second, select the ad account that you want to post to. Is it the Facebook is where you want to do the advertisements, or is it the Google ads that you want to do the the advertisements? You can choose the size of the creatives, whether it's post size or the story size. You have to provide with text which is should be as punchy as possible. All right, which means it has to have an amazing hook which you need to put up as the title or the headline of the the creative. Now it's said that headline is read 5 times more than the entire sales page or the entire ad creative. Or even if you read newspaper, the article which gets our attention is the headline. So you have to focus a lot of time on your headline, make it as punchy as possible. Select or upload a background and upload product images if you are from the e-commerce background. And look at this. Look at this. Look at the creatives it can produce in a fraction of 3 clicks, okay, or 4 clicks, which is 50 to 100 different types of creatives which is having AI background. And the beauty about this is either you can download the selected ones, or you can push it directly to the Facebook, or you can push it directly into your ad accounts directly from here. So imagine the time and effort it saves in generating agency level creatives. Second, it has proof that these creatives are working. Third, as a marketer, you can do A/B split test with 50 to 100 creatives at one point, and whichever is working, you can go ahead and upload. And I mean, you can pump in your money over there. If you guys found this helpful, just type helpful in the chat. This is the first tool that I brought to you here. So if you guys found this helpful, just type helpful in the chat. Let the chat blow up. 1,000 people in the house. So show some energy, guys, because we are going to the next one. Awesome. This is helpful. Okay, so the second tool that I want to talk to you about is going to be, let's see what we have in store. The next tool that I'm going to be talking to you about is swipe pages. All right. Now, what is swipe pages? A lot of you might have heard it, but the owners are from the India, and it is AMP based landing page builder. Okay, so you can generate blazing fast, high converting landing pages, and it's designed specifically for mobile experience. Now, what does mobile experience mean? All right, most of the time when you see an advertisement, the scrolling happens downwards, right? You scroll, read the landing page. Either you basically you generate leads for your clients, or you do the sales for e-commerce and every other brand. But the beauty about this tool is that it specifically changes the role for mobile based version. Okay, it specifically changes the role for mobile based version. What I mean by that is, if you open my link, okay, on an ad, and I'm using swipe pages, look at the experience. You are supposed to swipe right. Okay, you are supposed to swipe right and not scroll down. Okay, and when you open it in the laptop, it's going to be the full laptop landing page experience that you see. Now, why is it so crucial? It's designed specifically for a greater mobile experience. That is clear call to action all the time at the bottom. So if you're from the real estate industry, e-commerce industry, show your products. The video can play in full mode, which means if you're making reels and if you're making product photography here, put it up there, and at the bottom people can choose to pay out of it. How awesome is that? So you share one link as an ad or as organically to all the people. In the laptop it's the full experience, but on the phone it's swipe right. Okay, people are swiping right, like you can see over here, instead of scrolling down. And trust me, it has got us much better conversions than the usual landing page out there. If you guys find this awesome, just type awesome in the chat. So the tool number 2 is swipe pages. It's AMP based landing page builder. It's quick, it's super fast, and it changes the model on the basis of experience of a person. If he's opening from laptop, it changes. If it's opening from mobile, then there is a different version that he sees. It helps in better conversion because most of the people are consuming your ads on mobile phone. Do you guys agree? Most of the time people are consuming your ads on mobile phone, at least more than 80% of them. And that's why you should optimize heavily for mobile than any other platform all throughout. Yes. Awesome. Thank you so much. Right. So this is the second one is swipe pages right there. Next, we have the tool. The third tool is Morpheo. Now, this is again, you can game up with performance marketing, which is it takes up all your data from different digital platforms and it gives you prompts and tells you that Rishi, you're going over the budget. Rishi, your media spends is going haywire. There are certain goals that you want to keep. That I'm spending 50,000 rupees and I'm getting 100 clicks. Then you can see I am one on track, two off track. It also tells you that some ad budgets campaigns are not worthy, something is going wrong or something of or other side. So basically Morpheo is performance reporting for performance marketers who wants to understand and find anomalies in the ads before it goes down the drain, right? So this is Morpheo.ai. That's the third tool that you should look into it. Okay, you can see on the screen, guys, Morpheo.ai. I'm keeping the chat to host right now, and I want you all to focus right here. Right? The fourth tool that we're going to be talking about, my favorite, is competitors.app. Now, it helps marketer be aware of what competitor is up to. You can monitor what your competitor is posting, how many blog posts he's posting, how many social media posts, what is the number of followers he's gaining week on week, what emails did he send to people, what are the ads that they have recently launched. And this is amazing, right? Every 10 minutes in a week, I spend on spying on my competitor and checking what is that new they are doing and how can I improvise in my business over here. Is that awesome? If you find this awesome, just type awesome in the chat. I am making it public right now. So competitor.app is the tool. Thank you so much for all the love there. Since we are time bound, I cannot discuss more in depth, but that's a story for some other day. But yes, this is competitor.app that you see on the screen. The fifth tool that I want to discuss is InstaChamp by Mobile Monkey, right? Automation is becoming huge, and in 2022 it's going to change the game for all the marketers. Now InstaChamp basically helps you to if somebody is posting a comment or if somebody is tagging you on stories, or if you want to automate the bots on Instagram, you can initiate from there. So even if somebody mentions or reacts to your story, okay, even if somebody reacts to your story, for example, with this you can trigger an automated DM all of over here. Okay, so you can automate the DMs with respect to InstaChamp by Mobile Monkey, and it's definitely going to change the game for a lot of influencers because they can trigger certain things to people who are interested in certain of their products out there. All right, so right, so that was InstaChamp right up there. Let me take you to the sixth tool here. Just a second, I'm just checking if I'm audible and
You're audible. You're all perfect. Go ahead.
okay, perfect. Just a second, I think I am just okay. It's never mind. Okay, so the deck is not working in my favor, but I'm going to be sharing with you the sixth tool that I wanted to discuss with you. Just a second. Saurav, can you take over for a minute?
Sure. Perfect. So, guys, all of you right there, I think you can stop sharing the screen, Ishi, if you can. There is a technical glitch. It happens. So, we'll continue the show till then. So, how many of you here, by far, you've learned about 5 tools? Which is that one tool that you would like to take it right now and do something with it? Which is that one tool that you would take into consideration and do something with it? Mobile Monkey, InstaChamp, swipe pages. Amazing. Amazing. If I have to ask you this question, which is that one tool in which you would want the lifetime deal? Which would be that one tool? Lovely. Beautiful. The reason why I'm asking this question, because we can always go ahead and ask them for this from our side. So just trying to understand. Amazing. Love the energy there. This is too cool. I hope Rishi gets sorted and he comes back to us with a bang. Add creative, Insta champ. Super. Good to hear. Good to hear.
Just a second. I think the Zoom is acting up because there's so many people in the house. So this is pretty shocking and pretty awesome. So I'm making the change of host to Saurav, but let me help you guys out here.
Okay, Rishi, you're hanged right now. We're not able to see you. You're just there stuck. So figure it out.
Sure. I think
Okay.
you can take over Saurav with the next one, and I will.
Perfect. I will continue the session. Meanwhile, people who are trying to put any WhatsApp links and stuff, do not click. It's kind of a scam. And I'm also telling you that we will remove you from the group if any of these spam happens. So let's maintain the dignity of this group. There are many people wanting to join this Zoom session. So please do not do this. All of you right now can switch off your videos just in order to ensure that the Zoom works seamlessly for us. So if we see anybody spamming, we have our team working as police there on the backend and they'll remove you off. So please do not spam on the chat and let's maintain. Next session is by me. And now I'm going to share with you the trends that's important for 2022. If you are a business person, if you're an aspiring digital marketer, or if you are a digital marketer already, or in the process to become the best digital marketer, you need to really master these important trends. You need to really be aware of it and make an investment on it. And I have analyzed these trends on the basis of my experience and working with multiple brands. So how many of you here are ready to learn that? Just say me in the chat if you guys are ready to learn that. Just say me. Beautiful. So I'm going to share my screen with all of you now and take you through the important trends that you need to be aware of in the digital marketing segmentation. Okay. So the first thing in the digital marketing trends is the era of reels. So you need to be aware that with time, you will be focusing on co-creating content with reels creators. Reels ads have been performing really well. It's a 30 seconds reel ads, which many people are ignoring right now. Longer format content will do magical in 2022 as well. So right now, if you see that reels are becoming longer, it was 30 seconds and now it is 60 seconds. So short. So this is one of the things which you need to adapt for your business as soon as possible. So the first thing is mastering reels for business and for your personal growth. So just go in the chat and say reels mastery, or you can just say RM. Fantastic. The second thing is you need to understand that the attention span of your audience is slowly becoming lesser, smaller. Shorter the ads, the better it is. Focus on creating 5 to 15 seconds advertisement innovations. The shorter the advertisement is, the better it is for you, because that's how much attention span people have got. So remember that. So the second point is short ads. The era is going to be about video advertisements. There's going to be less scope for the regular ads, massive scope for video ads. Considering that Meta is also going to come, it's going to be even more innovative there. The third thing, the third trend is a longer format of content. TikTok moved from 1 minute to 3 minutes. Reels moved from 30 seconds to 60 seconds. Clubhouse, Twitter Spaces, podcasts, all of these have made people aware of the long format of content. Like right now, all of us are zoomed in for a session which is 2 hours long, and that's how much time you're willing to dedicate. So, because of online learning atmosphere, people are ready to listen to longer format of content. So if you really want to be content rich in the industry, then create longer format of podcast, create longer format of videos, because people will then start subscribing to your channel more often because of the value that you're offering. So the third one is long format. Put that in the chat right now. Say LF is also fine. Just say LF. Now let's look at the next important thing. LinkedIn will become a video platform. Okay. Expect more videos on LinkedIn, more business short format of content. If you see Reels, TikTok copied, Reels copied TikTok, YouTube copied TikTok and Reels. And now expect LinkedIn to bring something like that for you, where it is expected that 2022 will be more video based content on LinkedIn as a platform, which means you can see that you will have to upload your video resumes on LinkedIn. You will start seeing job opportunities in format of video, announcements will come in format of video. So, a lot more videos up there on LinkedIn. The next thing is, so all of you go in the chat and say LV, which is LinkedIn videos. Put that there. The reason why I want you to type is to just register this in your head simultaneously. The next thing is, there was a tool called Clubhouse. How many of you are aware of Clubhouse? Just say me or no if you're not aware. Lovely. So with time, we will see that Clubhouse will take over, sorry, Twitter Spaces will take over Clubhouse. So if you have already not started using Twitter Space for connecting with your audience through audio, then it's time for you to invest your time in Twitter Space. So write down Space so that this gets registered on your head. Twitter Space is a tool, it's a platform on Twitter where you can just start your podcast. It's an online conversation hub. People can just come and talk to you. The next thing is zero-click searches. Google is heading towards zero-click search, which means when you search something on Google, right? Earlier, we used to click on the website and then we used to go onto the website, right? But now everything comes on the top. You don't even have to actually click on anything because you can read everything there. So optimize your website in a way so that your content is more visible or friendly to make your content visible on the search results of Google. So the sixth point is zero click. So go in the chat and say zero click. ZCS is also fine. ZCS, perfect. The next point, don't ignore influencer marketing. We all know that we are buying products from someone's validation. When a neighbor buy an air conditioner, we ask them which air conditioner, how is the air conditioner, and on the basis of the review, you buy your air conditioners. Your neighbor now has shut doors. So your neighbors are nobody else but those people you follow on Instagram and Facebook and YouTube. So do not ignore influencer marketing. And if you're a social media marketer or if you're a business person, then ensure that in your business strategies, you definitely have influencer marketing as one of the biggest angle, because in 2022, we'll see more tangible influencer marketing campaigns. You'll see people associated with the brand for long term. Era of both micro and macro influencers is going to rise big time. And influencers will not just be hired for कि एक content post कर दो. That's not the only objective of influencers, but influencers will be hired for user generated content, and that good content will be used in advertisements. Today you will be seeing that a lot of these ads which you see on reels coming from brands, especially e-commerce, is not created by them, but it's created by the influencers, and brands take those videos and promote it from their side. So both of them get the leverage because the brand did not have to invest in the making of that content. Is that clear? So write down influencer marketing. So it can just be IM or DIIM. Fantastic. The next is reviews. 2022, when the competition is going to get tougher, the brands will get defined by the review systems that they have. The more and more you bring in the review systems in place for every single product that you're trying to sell, which is your e-commerce platform review, your Trustpilot review. There's so many review platforms. So you need to really create an incentivizing system for your customers to write review, because at the end of the day, you buy product after reading reviews. So focus on creating more reviews. So just go in the chat and say review defined, RD. Fantastic. Love the energy. I totally love the way you guys are interacting. Each one of you are just listening and not typing. You should all type, because I'm sure, I promise, आपके fingers दर्द नहीं करेंगे. So just go ahead and do that. Love the energy. Now let's move on to the next thing, which is virtual assistants. Now that's the most important thing. Chatbot, the more and more you invest in smart chatbots, it's good for your business. Expect smart WhatsApp chatbots to come in 2022, which is seamless experience for people. It's already come here, but it's not been as seamless as it could become. With 20 in 2022, you will see seamless chatbots on WhatsApp. So business will be ads to WhatsApp. And since WhatsApp for business is going to make it big, please start using WhatsApp for business and start creating your company's catalog, start collecting money on WhatsApp, start becoming WhatsApp savvy for your business. And please ask your clients to also do that. Tools like InstaChamp by Mobile Monkey for automation is magical, and that's something that you can use for InstaChamp automation. So if you guys are clear with point number 9, just going to chat and say virtual assistants. Amazing. The next is the rise of metaverse. Hybrid experiences, brands will have to create meta-friendly businesses. And we all know metaverse is the future. So 2022, you'll see people buying Oculus, like how people bought phones, smartphones, and the gadgets. The next big gadget is going to be your Oculus, and expect companies like Apple and Nokia to bring in, or OnePlus to bring in their versions of Oculus, because that's what people will be living in. They will live in the virtual world. So type down metaverse, which is the next big trend up there. The next big trend after that is search will be semantic, which means the more and more conversational searches that will happen, more answers to relevant query, which means it Google will dig answer even if the site is not popular, but if it's very relevant, it will try to bring in the top for the consumers. Plus, expect a lot more voice searches to happen in 2022. The next big trend is online events, considering that the offline is needed, but then there is a new corona wave expected. So the online events industry is going to grow big time in 2022, which means with metaverse, people are only going to create immersive experience. So type down and say OE, all of you, OE. The last two trends, hyper personalization. Creating personalized virtual experience will make people remember brands for long. And that's important. Okay. And last, the most important thing. When I say hyper personalization, for example, if there's an e-commerce integration that could only show things that they believe that you would like the most, it will start pushing you that. That's what Instagram and Facebook does, right? It shows you only content that you like to see. Last but not the least, Bharat market will dominate, which means जितना आप हिंदी में बात करोगे, जितना आप तमिल में बात करोगे, उतना लोगों के पास आप पहुंचोगे. शेयर चैट, चिंगारी, कू, एमएक्स टकाटक, जिनको हम इन प्लेटफॉर्म्स में एक जितने लोग हम इंस्टाग्राम यूज करते हैं उतने ही लोग आज इंडिया में शेयर चैट का इस्तेमाल कर रहे हैं. सो द रीजन व्हाई आई एम सेइंग दिस टू यू इन हिंदी इज बिकॉज विथ the dominance of and the penetration of internet in the rural India and the 2-tier and 3-tier city, expect that Chat and Chingari and Koo and MX Takatak will become as big as Facebook and Instagram and Twitter. So ये चीज आप अपने दिमाग में डाल लीजिए. So ये है 14 चीजें, ये है 14 things that will actually become the next big thing in 2022. And you need to get your business ready for this. You need to adapt this all for yourself. So if you guys have learned a lot, just go to chat and say LAL right now. Just go to chat and say LAL. Amazing. So love the energy that you guys are throwing right now. So I'm just going to check. So how many of you have, I'm just going to freeze the link for a few seconds, the chat for a few seconds. So I am going to share the link with all of you. It's my Instagram. So if you have not followed me on Instagram, you can follow me. I'm sharing the link with you right now. I'm also sharing the speaker's link, Rishi's link right now. You can follow Rishi too. So I'm just keeping it on. It's a part of the protocol that every speaker's link will be shared in the chat. So you can click on that link and please go ahead and follow the speaker right now. Meanwhile, I have my colleague who will also upload the creatives, which is it's greeting for Digital Marketing Day. And I really want all of you here. The purpose of Digital Marketing Day is not promotional. The purpose of Digital Marketing Day is purely emotional. I started my career in 2006 in digital marketing. And when I stepped in, I didn't know where am I heading towards. I didn't even know if it would become this big. Because at that point of time, India had only 100 million internet users. And look at us today. We are about 700, 800 million internet users. Almost 60, 70% of Indian population is using internet. And I only see this is going to become bigger and bigger and bigger. So why not join hands together and make some noise and celebrate Digital Marketing Day with the world out there? So I'll just make the host, I'll make Anish, if you're right there, go ahead and share the links up there. So we'll move on. We'll see if the next speaker is on board with us. Meanwhile, I want you guys to tell me what is that one thing that you have learned from the last session. I'll make it available for everyone so that all of you can just see what is that one thing that you learned, that one key takeaway from the last session. Put that in the chat. Okay. So Rishi, if you are up there, content, real, regional language, become digital. Lovely. So over to Rishi right now. He'll continue his session, which is the pending session. And Rishi, please take the lead for the same. Rishi, are you there? Okay. So the next speaker is Simran Balar Jain, and Simran, for some health reasons, could not join us for today's session. Nevertheless, I wish her speed recovery. But meanwhile, we'll get Rishi onto the board. Rishi, I just want to see where are you? Just give me a minute, guys.
Hey, hi everyone. So yes, I'm back. Sort of. Thank you so much for patiently managing the situation. Sorry
Rishi,
to everyone.
Rishi, where are you? Actually, we got it. So let me
Yeah,
put you in the spotlight.
you can make me the host.
Yeah, thank you. Sorted, and here you go. Take the lead.
Perfect. Uh, yes, sort of. You'll have to pin me also.
Doing that.
All right, done.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you everyone for patiently waiting, and I hope you enjoyed the first 5 tools that I covered for all of you. Are you ready for the next 6 tools for becoming a top digital marketer in 2022? If you guys are ready, if you can hear me, and if it's all good, just type bring it on. Just type bring it on in the chat. My apologies for for technical glitches that happened in the past. That's the first time that's ever happened. I think thanks to all the lovely audiences here. This is yes, this is amazing. All right. So the sixth tool that I wanted to talk to you about was peppertype.ai. Okay, so the sixth tool is peppertype.ai, and this tool generates better content copies in seconds with the power of artificial intelligence. Now, the biggest thing about digital marketing is that the content is the atom of digital marketing, right? The copy is the atom of digital marketing. And if our copies are not good, if our persuasion is not good, we are not going to get better conversion. So you can create content with just few prompts, and you can generate non-plagiarized human-like text in a fraction of a second. Now, this tool is again by the Indian founders, and we Indians are doing so amazing in the entire world. So now let me show you a quick example on what it can do. So you can just choose here whether you want to create Google ad copy, you want to create a social media post caption, you want to create some, you want to get some engaging post. For example, let's say I want to post something on Twitter today. I can simply and the prompt I can, let's say I do it for Saurav Jain, and Saurav Jain is an Instagram marketer. So Instagram marketer is the next Instagram marketing is the next big thing in 2022. Let's say Saurav is saying that big thing in the year 2022. So just give me a second. I have to also erase the annotation. Trying to clear this. Thank you for that. Just a second, everyone. Okay, we have some.
It's okay, Rishi. Just clear and go ahead. Yeah.
Okay, Sora, I think just a sec.
Clear. It's on the top, Rishi.
I'm not able to disable the annotation with respect to this. Okay, this is awesome. Just a second, everyone.
Somebody is feeling so happy about doing this.
There's a kid in the house. His name is Anurag, who's doing it. So we can say, Anurag, please stop. Okay, 2 minutes here. Perfect. We are back. I don't think now it's going to be possible. So I was going back to this. This Instagram marketing is the next big thing in the year 2022, and every brand should step into this. All right. So I'm giving certain prompts. Every brand should step into this. Now, I'm not so good at English. I don't know what content to create. So let's say I do this and I click on create content. By the way, it's a free tool. You get 10,000 words free, which is a fair deal for something amazing like this. All right. Now you can see Instagram is a great marketing channel. Instagram is here to stay. The answers are coming. Okay. Right. So the best way to market your brand on Instagram is by posting quality pictures and video. You can find me on Instagram. I mean, you have to really put in the right prompts and you will get a proper output over here. I use this every day to generate a lot of email copies for Facebook copies, and you have to put in the right prompts and you will get something amazing out of this. If you guys found this amazing, just type amazing in the chat and let me know. Right. So the next 6 tool is peppertype.ai. You get it for free for 10,000 words. On top, you can get on the paid model, whatever it is. It's not my tool, but an amazing platform for everybody. Thank you so much for all the love there. Now, the 6th tool was peppertype.ai. Let's discuss the 7th tool up there. The 7th tool is little technical in nature, but it's going to basically create a bigger impact in the year 2022, and that's what I feel about this tool. The tool is called as Lemlist. Okay, so what is Lemlist? You can do cold email marketing with the help of Lemlist. What is cold email marketing? You scrape the data of emails from LinkedIn, from websites, from different channels, okay, even from Instagram, and then you send them a cold email which says, hey coach, hey consultant, if you want to book a call with me, I can help you strategize digital marketing or whatever. And the beauty about this tool is you can personalize with images, you can personalize with videos, and it is so good that you can book appointments. So you cannot sell something with the help of cold email marketing. You can book appointments. The sale will happen during the appointment for you, right? So Lemlist is where you can warm up your email and you can send and personalize emails at scale. So you can see here how are things first name, and you can actually put a video which says video for you, Saurav Jain. So if I want to impress Saurav Jain, I'm going to send him with his first name and actually put out a video which says Saurav Jain, and Saurav Jain is going to wonder what just happened here, and he's going to open that email or video, and then probably I'm going to book a call with him. Okay, so here the sale does not happen directly. The sale happens in the booking. All right, so it's a tactic to get bookings all throughout. If you guys find this amazing and if you want to research this more, just type wow in the chat. If you are digital marketers, if you're freelancers, you should look into this tool and personalize at scale and go about this altogether. Perfect. Awesome. This is lovely here. People are loving it. Thank you so much for all the love there. So the 7th tool was Lemlist. Research about it later. And if you want to know more, I have some action points which you can do later. But right now, let's move on to the eighth tool up here. The eighth tool is Publer.io. Now, I do not know how many of you use it or how many of you already know about it. It's a social media post scheduling platform, right? You can save a lot of time. You can save a lot of efforts. You can auto schedule comments with the help of this tool. So what it does really is you can send one piece of information to your Facebook page, to your Facebook post, sorry, your Facebook profile, to your Facebook groups, to YouTube, Google My Business, Twitter, LinkedIn, and some other platforms as well. So imagine you don't have to copy paste again and again and post it everywhere. You can actually schedule it here from one platform and shoot it to all the different platforms up there. Now the tool, why I love this tool is you can auto schedule comments, which means once you publish a comment, after 5 minutes, automatically you can schedule a comment that says that, hey, here's the link to something. Hey, here you can watch my other things about what I discussed in this particular piece of content. All right. So I just want to know how many of you already use this tool or how many of you did not know. If you did not know, just say D and D, did not know. Okay, D and K. And if you already knew it or use it, you just say use it. Let's see how many of you here figured this out for the first time. Okay, a lot of people saying did not know, using, somebody says awesome, perfect. Afrin Shah says using it. Okay, so if you're not using it, it's again free of cost. You should go and check it out. Again, I'm not promoting these tools because I owe them something. It's absolutely, I do not even know the founders from here, but I love the tool. I personally use it at the agency as well. Okay, so this is Publer.io. You can schedule and save time. And why am I stressing on saving time? Because if you save time, you can focus on doing something better with your workflows and increase and think about growing your business. All right. The ninth tool, okay, ninth tool that I'm going to be talking about is Pictory.ai. Pictory.ai. All right. You can see it on the screen. This tool is helpful for all the non-video editors in the house, where if you are doing webinars of 3 hours, 2 hours long, and you don't have the time to sit and edit it and render it, you can just upload your webinars here and you can tell the tool that, hey, give me the best 2 minutes of the webinar out there, or give me top 5 minutes of my webinar out there. It will automatically pick up the top 5 moments or top 10 moments on the basis of AI, and it's going to generate a short clipping for you. Imagine the time and effort it can save for you. Almost 1 day can be saved just by uploading and telling the tool that, hey, just give me 2 minutes of video, or just give me a minute of video. You can generate subtitles over here. You can also upload your blog post over here and automatically generate a video output from the text that is available on the blog post out there. How helpful. Okay, if you find this helpful, just type helpful in the chat. Just type helpful in the chat, right? So go play around with this amazing stuff, and you should definitely do this. Right? Thank you so much. All right. So the 10th tool that I'm going to be discussing with you is going to be adbeat.com. Now, the best way to win or grow in your field is to keep your competitors close. All right, they're your best friends. So you can spy on your competitors' ad strategies completely. It's an extension of competitors.app. Competitors.app tells you everything about the competitor, but here it will only tell you the ad strategies ranging from specifically Google. So let's say you can click on, let's say my competitor is Upgrade, or some other big giant, let's say Byju's and whatnot. So when you search for it, it tells you how many ads are active, what are the sizes of the ads, which are the landing pages they're using, and so on. So it helps you to create and improvise by looking at them. All right, you don't have to copy your competitors. You can always improvise on the basis of what you see or observe and what the competitor is doing. So adbeat.com is a free tool again. And if you find this amazing, just type amazing in the chat. Awesome. This is amazing. Superb. And the last but not the least is the 11th tool that I'm going to be discussing, which is going to make you an awesome digital marketer in the year 2022 is Pabbly Connect. Now, what is Pabbly Connect? You might have heard of Zapier, but Pabbly Connect is a cheaper alternative to Zapier. All right. Zapier burns your pocket. It's pretty expensive, but it's the most amazing automation platform out there. But Pabbly Connect, it can help you connect thousands of different applications and create workflows for you. For example, I've showed you so many tools right now, but if you want to make connections happen between these tools and pass data from one tool to another, you can use Pabbly Connect. It almost connects about 10,000 plus applications, and you can pretty much do amazing stuff out there, right? Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to get access to this slide deck and also more information on various other tools, I request you guys to mail info@digitalscholar.in with subject line tap link. Okay. So I understand there was a lot of discrepancy and I could not really reach out to everybody. But right now, what you can do is you should go to and drop a mail to info@digitalscholar.in. I will send you the access to this slide deck. Also, there is some surprise in store when you send me that mail up there. All right. So mail to info@digitalscholar.in. Subject line is tap link. Okay. So this is available to you guys. Let me know if you guys are doing it.
All right, Rishi, please make me an admin. Thank you. Make me a host.
Over to you, Saurav. Just a second.
Yeah, and can you just be a little police there and removing these people?
Sure. Okay. So just a second, Saurav. Over to you, Saurav.
Yeah, can you stop the screen also, please? Perfect. So I hope you guys learned a lot from Rishi's session. Just go in the chat and say, thank you, Rishi. I hope you will mail him if you want the deck, all the tools that he had listed down. So just say, thank you, Rishi, in the chat. Amazing. Rishi's Instagram is Rishi Jain, and you can follow him right there. I've already shared the link with you earlier. Rishi Jain. So do not forget to tag him for whatever you have learned from him today's session. So what else? The one thing that I would like to also appreciate today is all those people who celebrated Digital Marketing Day in their very own style in their own cities. So I'm just going to show some images that has been sent to us today. And I'm going to just congratulate the host for putting together a great event. Sorry, I'm just going to go a little personal on my WhatsApp because these are just recently sent images to me and I'm downloading them to just show it to you. These are people who have gone out of the way to host Digital Marketing Day events. You can see this is the Digital Marketing Academy in the Calicut. They hosted an event. So let's just say congrats to each one of them for doing a great job of it, because this is really well done job. So I want to just say thanks to all of these hosts who have done great job in organizing a Digital Marketing Day event in multiple cities. So this is an image from, let me just figure out, this is an image from Lucknow. Sorry, this is an image from, hold on. Okay, there's some, okay. Yeah, so this is an image from Lucknow. You can see that's how big the audience was. We had people who did an online gig with about 250 people online and stuff, which is Digital Marketing Day in Surat. So this has been phenomenally done stuff, and I would like to congratulate all the hosts who have done a brilliant job there. So just go in the chat and say amazing. Just go in the chat and say amazing. Fantastic. So we are now gearing up for our next speaker. Meanwhile, I'm going to just freeze the chat for some time so that there's not much buzz there. So I'm going to share with you some files which you would have received on the mail or on the group. And I'm going to keep this handy right now. Now, these are files of images, those stories that we have designed exclusively for this day that you can use and publish it on your Instagram. So here we go ahead and share this with all of you. just so that you can easily use these creatives, which is done by the kick-ass team of Ecomi. So I've just shared that in the chat. You can check it up and use this creative to upload it on your Instagram story. You can download it right there. I think I've just shared it personally, so let me give it to everyone. Just give me a minute. Till then, the next speaker is going to be up and running for you. 1 minute. Again, your computer. Rishi, can you just do that for everyone, please? So all of you here who's watching us live right now, there is something about all of us today, which is making us create this day special, right? Making us make this day special. And you know what's that one common thing which I believe is a key quality of all of us? We as digital marketers are really hardworking people. So, and that's something which is common in us. So, how many of you believe that digital marketers really work day in and day out, right? So, just say me if you are one of them. Fantastic. I've just shared the images. So please, Rishi, feel free to share the other images as well and keep it to right now. Just keep it to host and please share the rest of the images too with them. So somebody takes the lead from the team. Meanwhile, we invite the next speaker of the evening, and his name is, let me just introduce you to him. The next speaker is going to talk on the topic, how do we really uh, understand difference between the micro and the macro influencer. And this person is none other than Ravi. Ravi is the founder of Madhawks, which is an influencer agency which deals with micro influencers. So let's go ahead and invite Ravi, and all of us going to chat and say welcome, Ravi. So we're going to have Ravi here. I'm going to put him into the spotlight right now. And so Ravi, can you just wave at me? Spotlight video.
Hey, am I
Hi.
audible?
Yes, you're audible, Ravi.
Hey, great. I'm just going to share my screen in the interest of the time. I've just given a hard stop by your team.
So Ravi, you can go ahead and take the lead and rock the race session.
Thank you so much, Saurabh. This was really great. Hey, everyone. How's everyone doing? Hope all of us are fully vaccinated. We have come very far from where we were earlier in last 2 years. We've
Ravi,
seen
just 1 minute. You'll have to disable annotations. Just go ahead and clear it and disable it. There's some kid in the house.
1 second.
Yeah.
It's done. Hopefully it should be done. I don't think he'll be able to do anything else now.
Yeah, I think Rishi on the back end, can you just be a little police here and
Yeah. I remember.
Thank you, Bas. Yeah, go ahead, Ravi.
Great. Thank you. Thanks. So before I jump onto the introduction, I would like to thank Saurav and his team in such a time, especially on this day. What you have pulled together is excellent. It's not easy for, in today's DNA to pull a 2-hour event and get a lot of people. I looked at the roster. It looks fantastic, and all the very best to you and to your team. I've been using your slides and your numbers in my previous pitches. So thank you so much for that. Now, just coming to my intro, hi, my name is Ravi. I have been into digital for more than 12 and a half years now. I'm the founder and CEO of Madhawks. We are a very niche and boutique digital marketing agency, working a lot towards the influencer and search marketing. I personally have been helping a lot of startups and founders across the globe. We're currently operating out of 2 locations and catering about 5 odd geographies. There are 2 offices from which we operate, one in Gurgaon and one in Canada. From there, we work across the board with a lot of folks in the pretty much all the categories like lifestyle, fashion, entertainment, BFSI, hospitals, internet first companies. I come from this digital background, and last 5 years that I was part of a previous agency who's really helped me understand the global market, where I work very closely with a lot of F500 companies, awarded as the top most influential digital marketing leader by World Congress in 2017. On a personal side, I have a turtle. His name is Coco. Coco, hi. Now, jumping on to a topic which is very close to me, I love to talk about it. 2 days ago, one of the articles got published in Social Samosa, where I briefly talked about micro influencers and how they have been shaping up, and how they have been contributing to revenue, which is getting closer to how Google and Facebook's revenue. So globally, this is how the influencers are technically bifurcated, the types of influencers. Broadly at 5 level, I have tried my best to explain with certain examples. Influencers, when they technically become well-known faces, who's known to all of us, and I'm sure that most of us are familiar with the first two names, Dolly Singh and Komal Pandey. They are very famous in North and the middle part of India. They create content around fashion and lifestyle. It has taken about 2.5, 3 years for them to reach to where they have reached, and especially because of COVID. They generally fall into the category of celebrities. Then there are mega influencers who are generally in the bracket of about 500 to 1 million, who we know them, we use their advice, we consider what they are saying about a particular product, service. So they generally fall into the bracket of about 500 to 1 million. 100 and 500K are the influencers which we call macro. Broadly, these are the content creators who create content basis the product. There is hardly any difference in all five. It is the way the difference is being created is basis the number of following, which personally I don't believe in, because nowadays, while working with a nano influencer or a micro influencer, they create as much engagement as a mega influencer or a celebrity is able to generate for a brand. So in the upcoming slides, I'm going to talk a lot about micro influencers and few of the nano influencers who we have been working very closely with. We have a lot of case study, like live examples of how people have been successfully providing results and generating revenues for brands across the country and across the globe. In terms of the numbers, so when we talk about the micro influencers and how they have been able to create impact, this is pretty much what I talked about in the article as well, where Instagram gives a lot of weightage to people who spend a lot of time on Instagram or platforms like TikTok, which is being used globally, or Meta, or platforms like YouTube or LinkedIn. So where the nano and the micro influencer comes in the picture, whenever a new feature is being introduced by these platforms, as these content creators are dependent a lot on the new, fresh, and unique content, they use these features a lot, which makes Instagram reach these individual content creator and their reels to more number of people, and more number of people see that video, which is what finally reaches to us. So the difference that my macro influencer has been able to create is because of these features that they use on a continuous basis, and as their bread and butter is mainly new content and the content because they need brands to endorse. So whenever these new features that comes on Instagram, YouTube, or even on LinkedIn, these influencers, the early stage influencers, nano and micro, plays a very vital role. And this is pretty much proven in the numbers. If you look at the kind of engagement that these are the numbers from the survey done by Exchange for Media. This was published last week. We can, after this call, the team can, Maddox team can definitely share that report with everyone. Or we can share it with Saurav's team and they can share it with you guys. The fun fact here is we work with a lot of brands on a monthly basis. We do about 18 to 19 campaigns on a monthly basis. And 89% of the people have said that influencer marketing has generated a better ROI for them. And one of the key reasons is on this slide, because the estimated reach, once we do an apples to apples between a macro or a micro influencer, we will see the engagement that they have been able to drive from Instagram. It's huge. It's about 85 to 90% more than what a macro influencer is able to generate. And I know it's not an apples to apples because they have a larger fan following as compared to the micro influencers. But if you look at on an overall basis, it becomes more relevant for the brands because of certain other reasons, which I will cover in the next slides. And the numbers that I was talking about, the industry is growing at I think at a rate of about 25%. And by 2025, we are expected to reach to about 900 crores in a year, which is a huge number. So if I look at influencer marketing as one of the service which we have to pitch to one of the brands whenever they're launching a new product, we add that as one of the key metrics for performance marketing. So why we choose influencers which are at a macro and at a micro or a nano level is because of these are smaller influencers. They are more targeted. So just to give you an example, if you are based, I'm technically, I mean, right now based out of capital of India, which is Delhi. That's why I'm wearing I'm wearing a coat. So it's like slightly colder over here. There are certain brands that provide products which are only for a specific areas because of the seasonality. So if they want to launch a product in, let's say, Chandigarh, they don't need a macro influencer or a celebrity influencer, which is a pan-India influencer. They can go ahead with a geo-specific or a hyper-local influencer who can help them with the specific target audience only for Chandigarh, which is what a brand needs. When you do a Google ad or a Facebook ad, if you want to advertise a product which is hyper-local, you target that with the help of Google and Facebook for that particular geo. So that's where micro and nano helps a lot. They are very easy to get, and they are fairly cheap. It's cheap is the wrong word, but they're very cost effective is the right word. We can track the performance of all these micro influencers and nano influencers on a one-on-one basis. We'll get these influencers at the same cost, probably a 50 or a 80 or a 90 number of influencers in a budget where we'll get 2 to 3 or maybe 5 macro or a celebrity influencer. They also provide higher engagement rate in terms of the conversions. And we've covered in the next slides that how you can track that conversion, which can really help you compare whether the ROI from AdWords or Facebook ads is better than influencer marketing or influencer marketing is completely waste. So that is something that we have been able to do with the existing brands that we work with. As they are local, so they help you build a higher level of trust as compared to a celebrity who's endorsing it, which is what has been pretty much the talk of the town. Someone like a Priyanka Chopra or a celebrity at her level endorsing a product doesn't really convince us that whether that celebrity is using the product or not. So that level of trust is much easier to build. Last is, again, like I said, it's the simplest way to reach via hyper local audience. This is just an example that the team has created to show you how the macro or a micro influencer looks like. They pretty much looks the same. It is just how the way they create content. And if you match the views on their reels versus somebody who is at a macro level, the number of views on their reel or on their engagement on their post is pretty much comparable. and they pretty much comes at half of the price, or even at sometime at 1/5 of the cost.
True.
Jumping on anything specific. I'm sorry, I forgot to ask.
Go
Anything
ahead.
particular
Go ahead,
guys
Ravi.
want to ask? Please do chat. Put it in the chat box. I will cover all the questions later. But yeah.
Ravi, we have 5 minutes, so go ahead.
Okay, great. So this is what I was talking about, how we can map the performance of these micro influencers. We can create a landing page, give that link, tracking link to these influencers, and tap the information or tap the performance of these individual micro influencers one-on-one. So you can do a man-on-man or a influencer to influencer performance capping, the way we do in Google AdWords and Facebook ads. The two things that we need to keep very close eye is we need to look at our analytics, like who is contributing to more engagement and how we can make the most out of the same influencer who's contributed to a majority of the sales to our campaign. This is again one of the things that most people are confused about. A lot of people have been able to do it, but we have just to make everybody's life easier. This is how we at Madhawks recommend brands to leverage the content that they create. Once they create content with influencers, especially micro influencers, you can create a branded social media post, put that which we always see, they tag them, tag the brand with the product. We can use it for the endorsements. We can take their pictures, the product post they have created, and use it for our audience. We can always put their products as the testimonials, which is what Saurav also talked about. The way Google's algorithm has been, keep on improving. Instagram also gives a lot of weightage to how many times or how many people have tagged you or mentioned you. So for Instagram, the mentions that you get from other people are technically the backlinks for you as per Instagram algorithm. And then on the other side, you can definitely use guest blogs and put it on your blog, and then get the attention of the users in the form of the blogs. That's what I had, but we wanted to share something. Rishi's already shared.
I think that's a good one right there. So guys, all of us just go in the chat and just say thank you. This is a very important segment for all of us to learn. Just say thank you, Ravi, because a lot of us just go chasing macro influencers and we don't understand the value of micro influencers. So the bringing the differentiation and understanding who they are and why should you work with them, it's very important for us to know. So
right.
That's very interesting segmentation, especially when you know what you need to tap on. For example, if you're tapping on reels, you never know even micro influencers reels can go viral. So that's very interesting bit. All of you, thanks for those kind words for Ravi. And I'm just going to share Ravi's URL with all of you, his LinkedIn. So you can connect with Ravi on LinkedIn. Here is his link right there in the chat. So click on it and join him right there. Thank you, Ravi, for a wonderful, insightful session there, and I'll connect with you personally.
Sure. I just wanted to share this. Like, if anybody, I know the tools have been already shared by Rishi, but we have created a shortlisted about 100 odd tools. In case anybody is interested, they can go to Madhawks, follow us, and that list we can definitely share it with everyone. In case if this is of any interest. This is with the team and my personal experience of working in the digital marketing space. These are 100 tools that will make your life a little easier. So that's what I wanted to say. That's it.
Thanks, Ravi. Have a good evening. So we'll now move on to the next speaker. Ravi, can you just make me on the spot? I'll take care.
Sure.
So we'll now move on to the next speaker, and the next speaker for the evening is none other than Sahil Khanna. Sahil is a very hard-working YouTuber, I would say, who has sticked on to his niche of helping people learn about marketing, about sales, about business, and that too in Hindi language. So, I was talking about the future, the Bharat market. Sahil is right there. And Now, this session is going to be in Hindi, where he's going to give you amazing insights on 11 important things that you need to be aware of for your YouTube journey in 2022. How many of you here are excited about it? If you are excited about it, just go in the chat and say excited. That bit, I'm just going to keep the chat open right away. So you can just go ahead in the chat and say excited. Just bring that and say excited.
I'm also excited.
Yeah, same here. Likewise, Sahil. So I'm putting Sahil onto the spotlight. And personally, I know Sahil when he had 3 lakh subscribers. And today is about 10 lakhs, 1 million subscriber. And the amount of research that Sahil puts in and brings out the content, the effort is brilliant. You know, one thing I learned about this guy, consistency. For just be consistent and you'll eventually get there. So over to you, Sahil. Rock it up.
थैंक यू. हाय एवरीवन. होपफुली बहुत सारे शायद लोग मुझे जानते हो. एक दो जाने पहचाने चेहरे दिखाई दे रहे हैं मेरे को. एक बार प्लीज कमेंट करके बता दो ताकि मुझे पता लग जाए कि कुछ लोग जानते भी है या नहीं जानते. हाँ ठीक है. जिनको नहीं पता मैं उनको अपना ब्रीफ दे देता हूँ. हाय गाइस, मेरा नाम है साहिल खन्ना. मैं एक डिजिटल मार्केटर हूँ. मेरी कंपनी है लपास के नाम से, जहाँ पे हम डिजिटल मार्केटिंग सर्विसेज प्रोवाइड करते हैं. हम ट्रेनिंग भी प्रोवाइड करते हैं. साथ में मेरा एक यूट्यूब चैनल है इंटेलेक्चुअल इंडीज के नाम से, जहाँ पे मैं बिजनेस और डिजिटल मार्केटिंग रिलेटेड कंटेंट डालता रहता हूँ. तो इंट्रोडक्शन बहुत है, बहुत सारे लोग जानते हैं मेरे को यहाँ पे. ठीक है, तो मैं सीधा ही टॉपिक पे आता हूँ क्योंकि मेरे पास टाइम कंस्ट्रेन है. और जो लोग मुझे फॉलो करते हैं उनको पता है कि मेरे लिए 15 मिनट्स में सब कुछ खत्म करना बहुत मुश्किल हो जाता है. तो मैंने बहुत ही ज्यादा कन्फाइन करके बनाया है चीजों को और मैंने कोशिश करी है कि मैं रोक पाऊं सारी चीजों को. तो स्टार्ट करते हैं. तो आज की हमारी ये जो टॉपिक होने वाला है, ये होने वाला है यूट्यूब पे आप किस तरीके से अपने आप को ग्रो कर सकते हैं. कुछ स्पेशल मैंने टिप्स बताई है. और
साहिल एक सेकंड, ये कोई बच्चा अंदर बैठा है जो टाइम पास कर रहा है, आप उसे थोड़ा क्लियर आउट कर दीजिए प्लीज.
कहाँ पे दिखेगा मेरे को? ये
ऊपर दिखेगा आपको एक ऑप्शन होगा जहाँ पे ऋषि, कैन यू जस्ट जंप इन राइट अवे एंड हेल्प अस?
रिमोट कंट्रोल ऑफ करना होगा मुझे.
जस्ट 1 मिनट साहिल, लेट मी. हो गया.
साहिल यू कैन शेयर इट अगेन. और आपको जब शेयर करोगे ऊपर एक 3 बटन दिखेंगे जिसमें आपको डिसेबल अनोटेशन करना होगा. ऊपर क्लिक करिए और डिसेबल अनोटेशन यू हैव टू क्लिक.
Rishi, can you just put this guy off for a second?
एक सेकंड, लेट मी चेक. डिसेबल एनोटेशन हो गया. ठीक है,
परफेक्ट, थैंक्स. यस,
ठीक है. तो मैंने कुछ 11 टिप्स रखी है आप लोगों के लिए कि जिसका आप फॉलो करके आप सोशल मीडिया के ऊपर ग्रो कर सकते हैं. खासकर मैंने अपने यूट्यूब की पूरी जर्नी आपको बताई है इतनी छोटे 11 स्लाइड्स के अंदर. तो सबसे पहली चीज है निश. ज्यादातर लोगों को मैंने ये देखा है कि वो कंटेंट क्रिएशन की जर्नी शुरू करते हैं और उनको निश नहीं पता होती. मेरा मानना है कि आपको अगर यूट्यूब पे ग्रो करना है तो कुछ भी कंटेंट मत डालो, एक टारगेटेड कंटेंट डालो. क्योंकि यूट्यूब की एक एल्गोरिदम है और उस एल्गोरिदम को जानना है कि आपको किस टाइप का कंटेंट देखने वाले लोग सामने बैठे हैं. एग्जांपल लेके चलते हैं कि आपने आज एक गाना डाला तो 100 बंदों ने उस गाने को देखा और 100 बंदों को वो गाना पसंद आया. अब यूट्यूब को पता लग गया इस टाइप के 100 लोग इसकी वीडियो को देखना पसंद करते हैं. अगली वीडियो में आपने बताने लग गए कि मैथ्स कैसे करी जाती है, मैथ्स करने की क्विक ट्रिक्स. यूट्यूब लॉजिकली क्या कोशिश करेगा, वही जो 100 लोग पहले थे उन्हीं को दिखाने की कोशिश करेगा, पर वो 100 के 100 लोग अच्छा बिहेव नहीं करेंगे. चांसेस है उस कंटेंट के ऊपर अगर वो अच्छा बिहेव नहीं करेंगे तो एल्गोरिदम को ये लगेगा कि भाई वो कंटेंट बेकार है. आपका कंटेंट बहुत अच्छा होगा पर जिन लोगों को दिखाया गया, जो ऑडियंस को दिखाया गया वो बेकार था, इसलिए आपका कंटेंट नहीं चला. तो अर्ली जो कंटेंट क्रिएटर्स होते हैं वो गलती यही करते हैं, अपने सारे दोस्तों के अंदर वीडियो शेयर कर देते हैं. स्टार्टिंग के अंदर तो आपके पास 100 व्यूज आ गए आपके दोस्तों से, उसके बाद जब आप अगली वीडियो डालते हो यूट्यूब उन्हीं जैसे लोगों को रिकमेंड करता है कंटेंट, पर वो लोग देखते नहीं है. तो सबसे पहली चीज है निश. मैं आपको दिखाता हूं, यहाँ पे मैंने कुछ निश की एग्जांपल्स दी है. तो मैंने क्या किया है, मैं प्लेलिस्ट पे कंटेंट बनाता हूँ. प्लेलिस्ट मतलब सीरीज बनाता हूँ पूरी की पूरी. तो स्टार्टअप, मार्केटिंग, एमबीए, सेल्स, डिजिटल मार्केटिंग और केस स्टडीज. अगर आप देखोगे ये सारा का सारा बिजनेस की रिलेटेड ही कंटेंट है. मतलब अगर किसी को बिजनेस करना है तो मैं उसकी पूरी हेल्प कर रहा हूं. अगर उसको सेल्स सीखनी है, उसको मार्केटिंग सीखनी है, मैं उसकी हर जगह पे मदद कर रहा हूं. मैं अपनी निश से नहीं भटका. अब मैं कह सकता हूं कि मैंने थोड़ी शोल्डर निश पकड़ ली क्योंकि मैं खाली स्टार्टअप एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप में अगर डाला रहता तो मेरे व्यूज ज्यादा नहीं आते और मैं ग्रो नहीं हो पाता। तो मैंने अपनी शोल्डर निश पकड़ी, मतलब मुझे ऐसा पता लगा कि यार सेल्स थोड़ा ट्रेंडिंग टॉपिक है और वो इसके साथ में जुड़ सकता है, तो मैंने वो साथ में जोड़ के अपने आप धीरे धीरे ग्रो करने लग गया। पर आपको अपनी निश सिलेक्ट करनी बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, और निश कौन सी सिलेक्ट करनी, जिसकी आपको नॉलेज हो, जिसके अंदर आपको इंटरेस्ट हो। और ज्यादातर लोगों को नहीं पता होता आपको इंटरेस्ट किसका है। अपना यूट्यूब खोलो या फेसबुक खोलो और अपनी हिस्ट्री चेक करो, आपको पता लग जाएगा आपका इंटरेस्ट क्या है। आपका यूट्यूब आपसे बेटर जानता है कि आप कौन हो। अपना फीड खोलना, यूट्यूब खोलना, स्क्रॉल करना, और आपको जो टॉप 30 वीडियोस के अंदर जो भी निश दिखाई देती है कि उसके रिलेटेड कंटेंट आ रहा है, आपकी वही निश है स्टार्टिंग के लिए। बाद में आप अपने आप को और ज्यादा एक्सप्लोर करोगे तो आप अपनी माइक्रो निश ढूंढते चले जाओगे। अगली चीज क्या है, केपीआई। अगेन मैंने ये भी प्रॉब्लम सबके साथ देखी है, और मैं ये टिप्स क्यों दे रहा हूं, क्योंकि बहुत सारे लोग सोचते हैं कि मिलियन सब्सक्राइबर्स होना एक बहुत बड़ा नंबर है, या फिर 1 लाख व्यूज आना बहुत अच्छा नंबर है, या फिर XYZ अमाउंट आना बहुत बड़ा नंबर है। सबके लिए अलग अलग नंबर्स हो सकते हैं और उसको हम कहते हैं केपीआई। मोस्ट प्रोबेबली सारे लोग डिजिटल मार्केटर्स ही है जो हमको देख रहे हैं। तो यहाँ पे मैं आपको दिखा रहा हूं कि मेरा जो इंपॉर्टेंट केपीआई, यहाँ पे रिटेंशन देखो आप, मेरी एक वीडियो है जो मैंने छोटी अभी नई सीरीज चालू की है, यहाँ पे ऑलमोस्ट 80% ऑडियंस है मेरी क्लोजिंग तक। मतलब वीडियो खत्म होने से पहले तक 80% ऑडियंस देखी हुई है, मतलब मैं उनको एंगेज कर पा रहा हूं, मैं उनको बांध पा रहा हूं। ठीक है, अब कई लोगों के लिए ये केपीआई हो सकता है, कई लोगों के लिए व्यूज होता है। अगर मैं दिखाऊं कि ये मेरे आज के ही स्क्रीनशॉट है, एकदम लाइव स्क्रीनशॉट्स है, तो मेरे पिछले 48 आवर्स के अंदर ऑलमोस्ट मेरे को 1.5 लाख व्यूज मिले, जो कि लाइव व्यूज आ रहे हैं। कई लोगों के लिए ये है कि उनको व्यूज चाहिए, उनका केपीआई है। कई लोगों के लिए पैसे है, मेरे को 3 लाख रुपए यूट्यूब दे रहा है एडसेंस से, मेरे लिए वो भी शायद केपीआई नहीं है। और राइट हैंड साइड पे अगर आप देखते हो तो वहां पे मेरे को सीटीआर वगैरह दिखा रहा है कि मेरी अभी करंट वीडियो कैसे परफॉर्म कर रही है, मतलब एक्टिव व्यूज कितने आ रहे हैं, कई लोगों के लिए वो है। पर जो मेरा केपीआई है, आपको अपना केपीआई खुद डिफाइन करना है। केपीआई मतलब की फॉरवर्ड इंडिकेटर, मतलब आप जो कंटेंट डाल रहे हो उसको कैसे जज करोगे कि वो अच्छा चला या फिर नहीं चला। तो मेरे लिए क्या है, वॉच टाइम। अगर मेरी वीडियो को ज्यादा टाइम तक देखा गया है, मतलब मैं लोगों को बांध पाया हूं, मतलब लोगों को मेरा कंटेंट पसंद आया है, मतलब मैंने उनकी लाइफ में चेंज डाला है। अल्टीमेट मेरा जो गोल है वो है इंपैक्ट क्रिएट करना। अगर कोई मेरा कंटेंट देख रहा है तो आने वाले 5-6 साल के बाद भी उसकी लाइफ के अंदर इंपैक्ट पड़े, तो वो इंपैक्ट के लिए आपको बांधना जरूरी है। और जैसे सौरभ बता रहे थे कि कंटेंट के ऊपर मेहनत करनी जरूरी है, तब भी आप इंपैक्ट क्रिएट कर पाओगे। मैं सौरभ सही जा रहा हूँ, स्पीड ठीक है?
परफेक्ट है, आपके पास है पूरे मिला के 10 मिनट।
ठीक है, बहुत टाइम है अभी। मेरे को डर ये लग रहा था मैं थोड़ा स्लो ना हो जाऊं। अगला है ऑडियंस पर्सोना, और ये भी बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट चीज है। अभी मैं हिंदी में बोल रहा हूं, सौरभ ने खुद बोला आपको हिंदी में बोलना है, क्योंकि जो लोग मुझे जानते हैं उनको पता है कि मैं अपने रूल्स से अलग नहीं होता। मतलब मैं जिस तरीके से बोल रहा हूं मैं उस तरीके से ही बोलूंगा। मैं टी शर्ट पहन के ही आऊंगा, मेरे बाल आपको खड़े हुए भी मिलेंगे, मेरा बोलने का स्टाइल आपको यही मिलेगा। क्यों? क्योंकि मैंने जब अपना YouTube चैनल शुरू किया, स्टार्टिंग के अंदर मुझे ये चीजें नहीं पता थी, सीरियसली बता रहा हूँ। पर 1 साल के बाद मुझे सारी चीजें समझ में आनी शुरू हो गई कि आपको ऑडियंस बनानी चाहिए, आपको अपनी ऑडियंस के हिसाब से चलना चाहिए। तो मैंने अपनी ऑडियंस डिफाइन करी कि मुझे करना क्या है। मैंने सोचा कि यार मुझे किसी इंसान का बड़ा भाई या छोटा भाई बनना है, कि अगर किसी को कुछ सीखना है ना, कुछ लाइफ में एडवाइसेस चाहिए ना, तो मुझसे। तो मेरी ऑडियंस यही थी, और बड़ा भाई बनना, और मैंने अपनी निश चुनी थी बिजनेस। तो एक सैड स्टोरी ऑफ इंडिया ये है कि ज्यादातर बिजनेस करने वाले मेल्स हैं, और ये सैड स्टोरी है। मैं आपको एक एनालिटिक्स दिखा रहा हूं, आपको मेरा लाइव एनालिटिक्स दिख रहा है कि क्या है जो मेरे को ऑडियंस देख रही है, जो मैं चाहता था जेन्युइनली। क्योंकि मेरी है डिजिटल मार्केटिंग एजेंसी, मुझे अपना बिजनेस प्रमोट करना है, कंटेंट तो देना ही है, पर मेरे को अपना बिजनेस प्रमोट भी करना है। तो बिजनेस प्रमोट करने वाली ऑडियंस कौन होगी? जिनके पास पैसा होगा। पैसा किनके पास होगा? जो कि शायद काम कर रहे होंगे और वो 25 से ऊपर होंगे। तो यहाँ पे आप अगर मेरा एनालिटिक्स देखते हो तो 25 से ऊपर, ऑलमोस्ट 50 से ज्यादा, 52% के आसपास मेरे पास ऑडियंस है। यही मेरा केपीआई है, इंपॉर्टेंट फैक्टर अगर देखा जाए, क्योंकि यही ऑडियंस के पास में परचेसिंग पावर है, और यही बंदे फ्यूचर में मेरे को कोई प्रोडक्ट बेचना होगा तो मैं बेच पाऊंगा। तो स्टार्टिंग में मैंने डिफाइन किया कि मेरे को इसी ए सेगमेंट का चाहिए। स्टार्टिंग में जब यूट्यूब चैनल शुरू किया था, मुझे शायद 4 साल होने वाले, उस टाइम पे मैं टारगेट कर रहा था 22-23 साल 24 साल के लोगों को। तो मैं जो टोनालिटी बोलने का, और भाई सुनो मेरी बात को, भाई ये चीज कर लो, लाइफ में चेंज करना है तो ये कर लो, उस टाइम पे मेरा कंटेंट वो था। अब मेरी ऑडियंस बड़ी हो गई, मैच्योर हो गई, तो मेरा कंटेंट थोड़ा सा और चेंज होना शुरू हो गया। अगर आप यहां पर देखते हो कि सबटाइटल्स 80% लोगों ने सबटाइटल्स नहीं यूज किए हैं। ये आगे आपको समझ में आएगा कि मैं इतना डिटेल में चीजें क्यों बता रहा हूं, क्योंकि यही सोशल मीडिया पे हर जगह पे ग्रो करने का यही राज है कि आपको ये डेटा समझ में आना चाहिए। अगर आप देखोगे 80% लोगों ने कोई सबटाइटल्स नहीं देखे हैं मेरे, इसका मतलब अगर मैं हिंदी में कंटेंट बना रहा हूं तो उनको हिंदी में पसंद है। पर यहां पे आप देख रहे हो 17.5% लोगों ने इंग्लिश सबटाइटल भी यूज किया है, जो कि बहुत बड़ी चीज है। मतलब जो मुझे पर्सनली पसंद था, हमारा इंपोर्ट एक्सपोर्ट का काम था, अभी भी है। तो जब मैं चाइना जाता था ना, तो वो लोग ना इंग्लिश में बात करते थे ना हिंदी में बात करते थे, ट्रांसलेटर लेके आओ भाई फिर बात करेंगे। और ये मतलब कुछ कुछ लोग इंग्लिश में बात करते थे, पर बहुत सारे लोगों में ये था कि भाई हम अपनी लैंग्वेज में बात करेंगे। तो मेरा जब ये यूट्यूब शुरू किया था, मैंने कहा मैं हिंदी में ही रखूंगा, व्यूज आए ना आए देखा जाएगा। व्यूज मेरा KPI था भी नहीं बाय द वे, पर मैंने यही सोचा था। अब मेरे को दिख रहा है कि बहुत सारे लोग जिनको हिंदी नहीं आती है वो सबटाइटल यूज कर रहे हैं, ये मेरे लिए विन है। और कंट्री अगर आप देखते हो तो इंडिया से ही मेरे को देखा जा रहा है, और मेजर मेरे को मेल्स देख रहे हैं। तो यही आपको मेरी टोनालिटी में दिखाई देगा। अभी मुझे यहाँ पे फीमेल मैम दिखाई दी थी जिनका हाथ खड़ा है। जैसे ही मैंने अपना बिजनेस कंटेंट शुरू किया, मैम चली गई। सैड रियलिटी यही है, मेरे को लेडीज नहीं देखती है। अब है पर्सनल ब्रांडिंग। ये बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट चीज है और बहुत ही मुश्किल चीज है। मेरे को मास्टर करने में भी इसको बहुत टाइम लगा है। अब पर्सनल ब्रांडिंग का मतलब क्या था? अभी तक हमने ऑडियंस समझ ली, मुझे पता लग गया मुझे लड़के देख रहे हैं, मुझे पता लग गया कि मेरे को इस एज ग्रुप के लोग ज्यादा देख रहे हैं। अगर आपने देखा हो तो मेरे को वही 22-23 से लेके 30 के बीच की ऑडियंस देख रही है मेजरली। तो उनके लिए मैं बड़ा भाई हूं, उससे ऊपर वालों के लिए मैं छोटा भाई हूं। ठीक है, तो मुझे उनके लिए ऐसा बनना है कि यार वो मुझसे शेयर कर सके, रिलेटेबल बने, और उनको लगे कि ये भाई इसी एज सेगमेंट का है। अगर मैं सूट पहन लूंगा, हाय गाइस माय नेम इज साहिल खन्ना एंड आई विल टॉक अबाउट मार्केटिंग, ये से ना मुझे पर्सनली लगता है कि जो मेरी टारगेट ऑडियंस है, जो मेरी सेगमेंट है, वो इससे रिलेट नहीं कर पाएगी। तो मैंने अपनी पूरी पर्सनालिटी को चेंज किया। अगर आज से 5 साल पहले मुझसे कोई मिला होता तो वो मुझे कहता कि यार ये तो बदल गया, मेरा बोलने का तरीका बदल चुका है, ये जो हाथ हिल रहे हैं ये सब हिल चुका है। मेरे बाल खड़े हो गए हैं, मेरे बाल खड़े नहीं होते थे। मैं उस टाइम पे MBA कर रहा था, तो मैं शर्ट्स टाई पहनता था। आज मेरी अब सारी वीडियोस देख लो, आपको कोट में दिख रहा है। लास्ट वाली वीडियो एक कोट के अंदर है, पर उसके नीचे भी मैंने टी-शर्ट पहनी है। मेक श्योर किया है भाई टी-शर्ट तो पहनेंगे ही पहनेंगे। तो पर्सनल ब्रांडिंग ना, ये बहुत बड़ा टॉपिक है। अगर इसके बारे में बात करें तो शायद हम 2-3 घंटे भी बात कर सकते हैं। पर्सनल ब्रांडिंग का मतलब ये है, जो आपकी ऑडियंस है ना, जो आपकी पोटेंशियल ऑडियंस है, उनके हिसाब से अपने आप को ढाल लेना। अब अपने आप को फेक आइडेंटिटी नहीं बनानी कि आपको टारगेट ऑडियंस है आपकी वो 16-17 वाले बच्चे जो कि पैसा कमाना चाहते हैं, और आप उनको दिखा भाई के पास बहुत पैसा है भाई ये कर लेगा, और आप रियलिटी में वैसे नहीं हो, तो आप इसको लॉन्ग टर्म में इस चीज को रन नहीं कर पाओगे। तो आपको खुद देखना है कि आपकी पर्सनालिटी क्या है, आपकी ऑडियंस की क्या है, उनको मिक्स करना है और उसके हिसाब से अपने आप को चेंज करना है। अगली चीज है कंसिस्टेंट ब्रांडिंग। ये भी मेरा मानना है, ये जरूरी नहीं है कि हर जगह पे चले। कंसिस्टेंट ब्रांडिंग का मतलब ये हुआ जो मैंने अभी बात करी। अगर मैं अपने यूट्यूब चैनल पे हिंदी में डाल रहा हूं ना, तो मैं इंस्टाग्राम पे भी ऐसा ही कंटेंट डालूंगा, इसी तरीके से रहूंगा। मैं रियल लाइफ में भी ऐसा रहूंगा, और मैं किसी इवेंट पे भी जाऊंगा ना, चाहे मैं टेड टॉक पे जा रहा हूं तो भी मैं इसी तरीके से बात करूंगा। मैं बदलूंगा नहीं सिचुएशन देख के। मुझे अपनी ब्रांडिंग को कंसिस्टेंट रखना है हर जगह पे। और यहाँ पे एक छोटी छोटी चीजें भी आ रही है, जो आपके फॉन्ट स्टाइल्स होते हैं, ये छोटी छोटी जो चीजें होती है ये भी यहाँ पे आ रही है। आपके जो कलर्स आ रहे हैं, कंसिस्टेंट रखने की कोशिश करो। ये बिजनेस प्रिंसिपल है, पर ये काम करता है। लोग क्या करते हैं, आपके थंबनेल्स को रिलेट करने लग जाते हैं। अगर आप, जैसे मैं अपनी बिजनेस न्यूज डालता हूं डेली, तो बिजनेस न्यूज का एक स्पेसिफिक थंबनेल है कि यहाँ पे टाइटल लिखा होगा, यहाँ पे ये लिखा होगा, यहाँ पे मेरी फोटो पड़ी होगी। वो फोटो भी आज से 2.5 साल पुरानी है, ऐसे हंसती हुई। तो अब क्या है, सबकॉन्शियस लेवल वो ट्रिगर हो चुका है लोगों को। वो यूट्यूब खोलते हैं, अभी मैं आगे डेटा दिखाऊंगा समझ में आएगा। वो यूट्यूब खोलते हैं, उनको यूट्यूब के ऊपर सबसे मेरा थंबनेल दिख रहा है, उनको कुछ पढ़ना नहीं है, उनको सीधा क्लिक करना है और मेरी वीडियो देख लेनी है। वो क्या हो पाया, क्योंकि मैंने कंसिस्टेंट ब्रांडिंग मेंटेन कर रखी है बिजनेस न्यूज वाली सीरीज के अंदर। तो मेरा पर्सनली मानना है ये भी बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट फैक्टर है। मैंने बहुत सारे एक्सपेरिमेंट किए इसके रिगार्डिंग, तो इसलिए मैं एडवाइस दे पा रहा हूं कि ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट चीज है। अगला है एनालिटिक्स, और उसके साथ में करने एक्सपेरिमेंट। खाली एनालिटिक्स पे रिलाई नहीं करना। देखो सिंपल सी बात, मैं रोज 9 बजे वीडियो डालता हूं, मैं रोज 9 बजे डालूंगा। अब मुझे पता ही नहीं कि 9 बजे मेरी वीडियो बेटर परफॉर्म करेगी या फिर नहीं करेगी। मैं ट्राई करके एक्सपेरिमेंट करके अलग अलग टाइम पे डाल के देखूंगा, तभी मुझे डेटा पता लगेगा कि किस दिन पे कौन से टाइम पे मेरी वीडियोस जो है वो बेटर चलती है। तो ये है मेरा एनालिटिक्स। सब कुछ मैंने सामने खोल दिया, रियल डेटा है, मतलब लाइव डेटा है, ऊपर आप देख भी सकते हो, ये आज का ही डेटा है। तो ये इंप्रेशंस है मेरे, मतलब इतने लोगों को मेरी वीडियो दिखाई दी है और नीचे आप देख रहे हो उतने व्यूज आए, और एवरेज मेरे को 5.5 मिनट के आसपास देखा जा रहा है, और मेरी जो एवरेज वीडियोस होती है वो 8-9 मिनट की होती है। तो मतलब मैं 65% ऑडियंस को रिटेन कर पा रहा हूं, जो कि मेरा केपीआई है। व्यूज आए ना आए, सब्सक्राइबर्स कितने हो, पैसा कितना आए ना ही, क्योंकि लॉन्ग टर्म पे अगर मैंने इंपैक्ट क्रिएट किया तो लॉन्ग टर्म में मेरे को कन्वर्जन्स मिलेंगे, मैं उसके ऊपर रिलाई कर रहा हूं। और यहां पे अगर आप देखते हो ट्रैफिक सोर्स के अंदर, तो मुझे मेजर जो ट्रैफिक आ रहा है ब्राउज फीचर से आ रहा है। और अभी मैं थोड़ा डीप डाउन नहीं गया, क्योंकि फिर मेरे को लगता है मैं बहुत ज्यादा डीप डाउन हो जाता। जो मेरी बिजनेस न्यूज वाली सीरीज है, बिजनेस न्यूज वाली सीरीज में ये ब्राउज का और ज्यादा बड़ा डेटा है, मतलब 85% के आसपास में ब्राउज से आता है। मतलब जो मैंने अभी बताया ना कि यूट्यूब खोला किसी ने, थंबनेल देखा, क्लिक किया और व्यू आ गया, वहीं पे मेजर आ रहा है। और सर्चेस, थोड़े सा मार्केटर हो तो आपको ऑप्टिमाइज करना पड़ता है। तो और मेरा अगेन ये मानना है कि आपको कुछ भी एसईओ कुछ भी सीखना है यूट्यूब पे, तो एक्सपेरिमेंट करो, एनालिटिक्स आपको बताएगा आपको क्या करना है। एनालिटिक्स ही आपका भगवान है, और मार्केटर्स के लिए भी मेरा मानना है कि एनालिटिक्स ही सब कुछ है। अगला है कंटेंट स्ट्रैटेजी। अब कंटेंट स्ट्रैटेजी के साथ मैंने बहुत ज्यादा एक्सपेरिमेंट किया है, बहुत ज्यादा, मतलब मैं कहूंगा कि मैंने इतने तरीके के कंटेंट डाले हैं। मैंने यूट्यूब पे बिना थंबनेल की वीडियो डाली है, और ऐसी वीडियो जो कि जिसपे मेरे अच्छे खासे यूज गारंटी होते थे, उसमें मैं बिना थंबनेल के डाल देता था। मैंने टाइटल अनटाइटल्ड लिख के डाला है, और मैं ज्यादा पुरानी बात नहीं कर रहा, मैंने अभी 5 महीने पहले ही डाला है। मैंने एक वीडियो डाली, उसका टाइटल रखा अनटाइटल्ड, और मैंने टेस्ट करने के लिए देखा क्या लोग टाइटल सच में पढ़ते भी है या फिर नहीं पढ़ते। ये बिजनेस न्यूज के अंदर मैंने टेस्ट करके देखा था, तो मुझे कोई बहुत बड़ा इंपैक्ट नहीं पड़ा था। उसके अगली वीडियो में मैंने डेटा भी शेयर किया। तो मेरे को, जो मैं अभी आपको बता रहा हूं कि मेरे को ऑडियंस देख रही है और सीधा ब्राउज से क्लिक कर रही है, ये एक्सपेरिमेंट करके आया है। और ये एक्सपेरिमेंट आपके साथ भी आपको करके पता लगेगा आपके लिए चीज क्या काम करती है। और ये कंटेंट स्ट्रैटेजी की बात करके चलूं, ये मैंने थोड़ा इंस्टाग्राम से भी स्क्रीनशॉट्स ले लिए कि मैं किस तरीके के इंस्टाग्राम पे कंटेंट डाल रहा हूं। पर यूट्यूब के कंटेंट मैंने वहां पे आपको दिखाए। देखो, ये मैंने पहला जो दिखाया ना, मीम वाला, एजुकेशनल मीम्स, ये बहुत ज्यादा चलते हैं, यूट्यूब पे भी चलते हैं। मेरा बहुत टाइम से मन है इस टाइप का कंटेंट बनाने का, पर टाइम नहीं मिल पाता, क्योंकि मेरे बिजनेसेस भी है और कुछ अभी नए प्रोडक्ट्स भी हम लेके आ रहे हैं, तो इस चक्कर में टाइम नहीं मिल पाता। पर मुझे लगता है कि ये सारे कंटेंट यूट्यूब पे क्रिएट हो सकते हैं। मैं एजुकेशनल वाला हूं, मैं आपको एजुकेशनल टिप दे पाऊंगा, बाकी नहीं टिप दे पाऊंगा। जर्नी रिलेटेड आप वीडियोस बना सकते हैं, और इन सबकी स्ट्रैटेजी भी अलग रहेगी अगर आप ध्यान दो तो। मीम्स में आप सबकॉन्शियस लेवल पे नॉलेज दे रहे हो, पर मेजर आपका ह्यूमर है। जर्नी के अंदर आप जर्नी बता रहे हो, कंटेंट दे रहे हो। ये हाउ टू बिकम इन्फ्लुएंसर में अगेन आप एजुकेट कर रहे हो। मोटिवेशन में, जो कि यूट्यूब पे बहुत ज्यादा चलता है, और सैड रियलिटी अगेन, लोगों को एक्सट्रिंसिक मोटिवेशन की बहुत ज्यादा जरूरत है यूट्यूब पे। ये बहुत ज्यादा चलने वाली कैटेगरी है, और आप इसके अंदर एक्सेल कर सकते हो। फैक्ट्स बहुत ज्यादा चलते हैं। पर्सनल कंटेंट दुनिया का सबसे ज्यादा चलने वाला कंटेंट है, मेरा मानना है। और इसके पीछे भी मेरी एक थ्योरी है। मैं चाहूंगा कि कमेंट सेक्शन अगर ऑन कर दिया जाए तो मुझे जानना है कि ऐसा है या नहीं है। पहले मैं एक बार बता देता हूं कि क्या मेरी थ्योरी है। इंडिया के अंदर या दुनिया के अंदर व्लॉग्स की कैटेगरी बहुत ज्यादा एक्सेल कर रही है, और इसका रीजन क्या है, मेरी थ्योरी है छोटी सी। वो थ्योरी ये है कि आज के टाइम पे लोग अकेले हो गए। किसी जमाने में लोगों के बहुत सारे दोस्त हुआ करते थे, पर अब के टाइम पे लोगों के पास उतने दोस्त नहीं है। वो काम में बिजी हो गए हैं, लाइफ में बिजी हो गए, एजुकेशन में बिजी हो गए, तो उनके पास वो सर्कल नहीं रहा जो किसी जमाने में सर्कल हुआ करता था। अगर सर्कल है भी तो वो लोग आपको क्रिटिसाइज करते हैं, आपको दबाते हैं, या फिर आपसे कुछ लेते हैं। यहां पे ओरिजिन होता है ब्लॉग की दुनिया का। व्लॉग में एक बंदा है जो डेली आपसे मिलता है, आपको कभी क्रिटिसाइज नहीं करता है, आपको कभी कुछ गलत नहीं बोलता है, आपको रोज बताता है, देख बेटा मैं यहां जा रहा हूं, मैं ये कर रहा हूं, मैं ये कर रहा हूं। आपको उसकी पूरी जिंदगी की सारी चीजें पता है। तो आपका वो एक तरह का वर्चुअल दोस्त है जो आपको सब कुछ बता रहा है, और आपको कभी फालतू नहीं बोल रहा, आपको कोई एडवाइस भी नहीं दे रहा जिंदगी जीने की, जो कि आज के टाइम पे लोगों के लिए अच्छी है। और यही रीजन है मेरे हिसाब से व्लॉग के बढ़ते हुए कल्चर का। तो इसके ऊपर भी बहुत सारे अगर लोग चाहे तो अपने बिजनेसेस को भी इंटीग्रेट कर सकते हैं। अभी कोई लाइव एग्जांपल नहीं है, जल्दी
Sahil,
क्या पता इसका
Sahil,
लाइव
we have,
एग्जांपल आपको दिखे।
Sahil, sorry for interrupting. We have 1 minute up there. So,
ठीक है,
yeah, sorry.
अगला है रिसर्च।
Yeah.
रिसर्च में मेरे हिसाब से सब मार्केटर है यहाँ पे, तो उनको गूगल ट्रेंड्स के बारे में पता होगा। गूगल ट्रेंड से आप आइडियाज ले सकते हैं कि क्या अभी के टाइम पे टॉपिक्स चल रहे हैं। प्लस यूट्यूब के अंदर भी आपको पता लगता है कि कौन से लोग आपको देख रहे हैं, तो वहां से भी आपको आइडियाज मिलते हैं कि किस टाइप का कंटेंट बना सकते हैं। मैं अगेन कह रहा हूं कि आपको ये चीजें समझने के लिए पहले कुछ कंटेंट डालना पड़ेगा, ऐसे समझ में नहीं आएगा। तो पहले थोड़ा सा कंटेंट डालो अपनी निश के अंदर, जैसा आपको लगता है डालो, उसके बाद YouTube आपको डायरेक्शन देगा, फिर एनालिटिक्स आपको आगे का रास्ता बताएगा आपको कैसे बढ़ना है। स्टार्टिंग में अगर आप स्टार्ट कर रहे हो तो ट्रेंडिंग टॉपिक्स को ज्यादा पकड़ो जो कि चलते हैं, इस पे जाके सर्च मारना गूगल ट्रेंड्स पे, आपको बहुत सारे आइडियाज मिलेंगे। अगला है इररिप्लेसेबल कंटेंट बनाना। थोड़ा सा मुश्किल है पर पॉसिबल है। इररिप्लेसेबल कंटेंट का मतलब क्या होता है कि अगर किसी ने कोई स्पेसिफिक टाइप का वीडियो बना दिया है, अब उससे ऊपर उसके ऊपर कोई कंटेंट ही नहीं है। अगर मान लो आपने बताया कि गूगल एनालिटिक्स कैसे यूज करते हैं, ठीक है, आपने इतना इन डेप्थ बता दिया गूगल एनालिटिक्स कि अब कोई और उससे इन डेप्थ नहीं बना सकता अंटिल कोई और नया अपडेट आ जाए, पहली चीज। दूसरी चीज, आपका स्टाइल ऐसा होना चाहिए जो कि आपकी ऑडियंस को मैच करे। अब ऑडियंस कौन है? जो कि उस वीडियो को देखना पसंद करेगी, ठीक है। तो इररिप्लेसेबल कंटेंट बनाना बहुत बड़ी चीज है। मुझे लगता है ये जो राइट हैंड साइड पे मैंने प्लेलिस्ट डाली है पूरी की पूरी, प्लान मेरा यही है कि आने वाले टाइम में इररिप्लेसेबल कंटेंट बने, कोई और इसको रिप्लेस ना कर पाए। पॉडकास्ट की दुनिया इंडिया के अंदर चल रही थी, बहुत टाइम से चल रही थी, और उसके बीच में हमने ये सीरीज निकाली। और कभी भी इन इंटरव्यू सीरीज के अंदर बहुत सारों की बात नहीं कर रहा हूं मैं, कुछ बड़े लोग हैं, पर उनको बाकी नॉर्मल अगर बिजनेस स्टार्टअप एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप की बात करके चले, कभी भी 10-20 हजार से ऊपर व्यूज नहीं आते थे। और अगर आप देखोगे इन सीरीज के अंदर हमारे पास 5-5 लाख तक व्यूज है। क्यों? क्योंकि कंटेंट इररिप्लेसेबल बन चुका है। एक फाउंडर थे, उसके साथ उनके साथ हमने 4 घंटे शूट किया था। मैंने उनको कहा सर आप जितना टाइम दे सकते हो दो, हम शूट करेंगे। हम 4 बैटरियां लेके गए थे, सारी बैटरियां खत्म, कार्ड खत्म। हमने फिर फोन से शूट किया है। फोन से शूट करने के बाद में हम कंप्यूटर में ट्रांसफर कर रहे हैं, पर हमने हार नहीं मानी। मैंने कहा मुझे उनकी जिंदगी का जितना एक्सपीरियंस है ना, वो सब रिकॉर्ड करना है एक बारी में। मुझे नहीं पता बाद में मौका मिले ना मिले। तो और वो कंटेंट अब डलता है तो अब लोगों के अच्छे रिव्यूज आते हैं और अच्छा लगता है। अगला है कंसिस्टेंसी। बहुत बड़ी की है कंसिस्टेंसी की। अभी सौरभ से ही मेरी बात हो रही थी अभी 9 बजे कि आप आ गए। मैंने कहा नहीं बस आने वाला हूं। क्यों? क्योंकि मैं अभी लाइव किया है मैंने। मेरी बिजनेस न्यूज आती है रोज 9 बजे, और आज थोड़ी किस्मत खराब थी, हमारे एडिटर के घर में कोई एक्सपायर हो गया तो उसको जल्दी जाना पड़ा। और बिजनेस न्यूज एक ऐसी चीज है जो कि टाइम सेंसिटिव है। मतलब आपके पास 6 बजे ही न्यूज आएगी, 6:30 बजे न्यूज आएगी, आपको शूट करना है, एडिट करना है, लाइव करना है। ये प्रोसेस बहुत लंबा होता है। और फिर यहां पे भी आ रहा था मेरे को, मैं कहा ये चीज पॉसिबल नहीं हो पाएगी, तो मैंने बेस्ट सोचा, मैंने कहा क्यों ना लाइव खत्म करते हैं। कंसिस्टेंट होना बहुत जरूरी है, वरना आप रिप्लेस हो जाओगे। अगर जैसे मैं रोज रात को 9 बजे बिजनेस न्यूज डाल रहा हूं, तो लोगों की आदत बन चुकी है कि यार जब खाना खाऊंगा ना, खाना खाते वक्त इसकी बिजनेस न्यूज देखूंगा, या फिर सुबह ना ऑफिस जाते वक्त मैं इसकी बिजनेस न्यूज देखूंगा। अब आपने अगर ब्रेक ले ली ना 5-6 दिन की, तो आपकी जगह कोई और भी बैठा है, वो आ जाएगा। तो कंसिस्टेंसी का एल्गोरिदम के अलावा मेरा मानना है ह्यूमन बिहेवियर में भी बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट रोल है कि आप भी रिप्लेस हो सकते हो। आप कोई ऐसा कुछ नहीं बना रहे कि कल को कोई और नहीं बना सकता वैसा कुछ। यूट्यूब में, इंडिया में इतनी सारी पॉपुलेशन है, कोई ना कोई तो आप जैसा बना ही देगा। तो कंसिस्टेंट होने का एक एल्गोरिदम तो रीजन है, पर एक बहुत बड़ा रीजन ये भी है कि लोग भूले ना। अब कंसिस्टेंसी के लिए ये मैं अपना वो दिखा रहा हूं एनालिटिक्स। तो यहाँ पे मेरे को दिखाई दे रहा है कि किस स्पेसिफिक टाइम पे मेरी ऑडियंस एक्टिव रहती है। मैं अगर उस टाइम पे कंटेंट डालूंगा तो इनिशियल बूस्ट आने के चांसेस ज्यादा है। अगर इनिशियल बूस्ट आएगा तो वीडियो उठने के चांसेस ज्यादा है। पर अगेन अगर आपने कोई ऐसा टॉपिक बनाया है जो कि उठने वाला नहीं है, मतलब उसकी जो ऑडियंस है, टारगेट ऑडियंस, वो बहुत ज्यादा नहीं है, तो वो कंटेंट ज्यादा नहीं उठेगा। जैसे मेरी बिजनेस न्यूज है, उसकी एक एक्टिव ऑडियंस बनी हुई है, अगर मैं उसका टाइम ऊपर नीचे भी करता हूं ना, तो मैंने देखा है 24 घंटे के बाद सेम व्यूज आ जाते हैं। कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता। पर अगर मैं बार बार ये करूंगा तो बंदा कहेगा यार ये बंदा नहीं है, कोई और पकड़ लेता हूँ, किसी और के देखने लग जाता हूँ। और फाइनली लास्ट जो चीज है वो है रिलेटेबिलिटी। रिलेटेबिलिटी एक ऐसी चीज है जो कि आपको अलग कर सकती है बाकी लोगों से। जो मैंने अगेन बोला था ना, जो स्टार्टिंग से कहानी चल रही है ना, अब वो सारी जुड़ेगी। आपने अपनी ऑडियंस को समझ रखा है, वो कौन है, लड़का है, लड़की है, कहाँ रहता है, कहाँ नहीं रहता, उसको क्या पसंद है, क्या पसंद नहीं है। अब आप जब बोल रहे हो ना, आप उनके XYZ बन के बोल रहे हो। अब मैं वीडियो अगर अपनी बना रहा हूं ना, मैं उनका भाई बन के बोल रहा हूँ। भाई बात समझ लो यार, वायरस फैल रहा है और आप ना घर के अंदर रहा करो, अपनी केयर करो, अगर वैक्सीन नहीं लगवाई तो लगवा लो। अब ये डायलॉग बोला ना, वो बंदे को ऐसा लगेगा मैं उससे बात कर रहा हूँ, क्योंकि वो कॉन्स्टेंटली मुझे बहुत टाइम से इसी चीज के अंदर देख रहा है। तो ये एक स्किल है रिलेटेबल होना। और जब आप कंटेंट डालते रहोगे ओवर द पीरियड ऑफ टाइम आपको समझ में आता रहेगा। तो कई लोग कहते हैं कि क्रिस्प कंटेंट बनाना चाहिए, क्रिस्प कंटेंट बनाना चाहिए, पर उसका रिटेंशन नहीं रहता। कंटेंट हैवी करो, फिर एक थोड़ी सी स्टोरी डालो, हैवी करो, जैसे मैंने अभी किया है। मैंने टॉपिक रखा है, टेक्निकल बातें करी है, फिर थोड़ा सा हल्का किया है, फिर किया है, फिर किया है। इससे रिटेंशन अच्छा रहता है। और यूट्यूब पे भी मैंने ऐसा ही देखा है, रिटेंशन अच्छा रहता है। जो इवेंट्स में मैं जाता हूँ तो मैं इसी तरीके से रहना पसंद करता हूँ। और थैंक यू। इसी के साथ ये हमारा लाइव सेशन खत्म होता है। उम्मीद करता हूँ आपको मजा होगा। बाय,
Awesome.
खुदा हाफिज, गुड मॉर्निंग, गुड आफ्टरनून, जब भी आप ये लाइव देख रहे हो।
Awesome. Awesome, Sahil. This was amazing. Mind blowing. You can stop the screen. All of us just going to chat and say, awesome, Sahil. I've shared his YouTube link with you guys. Intellectual Indies है, आप YouTube पे search कर सकते हैं, Instagram पे search कर सकते हैं. But please follow Sahil. Sahil, personally, I've learned a lot from this session. In fact, I told my team कि जो साहिल बोल रहे हैं checklist बना लो और जाके कल हमारे YouTube चैनल के साथ वेरीफाई करो, उसे क्रॉस चेक करते हैं हम लोग. So I think there's always so much to learn from you. I think my interview with Sahil also, if you guys can go and search, there's so much of insights that Sahil is given, right from thumbnail कैसे use करना चाहिए वो सब. So thank you, Sahil. Short notice पे to agree to put this PPT in place, and सब कुछ live screenshots था इनका, मतलब आज का screenshot दिख रहा था. So the effort that he has taken despite his busy schedule. So thank you so much. Have a good evening for being with us.
Thank you for inviting me.
All right, so we have the next speaker with us. We are running 10 minutes late, and I'm sorry for the delay, and I'm sorry to the next speaker, Neil Patel, my mentor, someone who I look up to, and someone who has shaped digital marketing identities for many of us in the world. I hope you guys will agree to that. How many of you here agree to the fact that Neil has helped us learn a lot? Just say agree, and you can also put that in the chat and say welcome, Neil Patel. Lovely. So Rishi, take the lead and put us together.
Yes, Neil Patel needs no introduction. He is the agency owner at Neil Patel Digital. He's the world's leading digital marketing influencer and personally world's best digital marketer, and also a New York Times best-selling author. So we are super excited to have Neil Patel alongside Saurav, who is the founder at Echo VME and the co-founder of Digital Scholar. So right now, they both will be discussing about the influencer trends for 2022. So it's a pleasure to have you, Neil, to this show. Saurav, as well. Over to you, Saurav, for the Q&A about the influencer trends for 2022.
Rishi, can you just pin us together?
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
Thank you. Hi, Neil. Wishing you a happy evening. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. So thank you guys all for being here. I know it's really late in India, early for me, so it's not too bad. It's only 8 in the morning. So, yeah, thank you guys for having me, and happy Digital Marketing Day.
Thank you so much, and wishing you a very happy Digital Marketing Day as well. I think you should celebrate this in the US next year. I'll push you to do that, because we're just trying to create a global trend of Digital Marketing Day, because there's no such day for us. So, Neil, are you ready for the questions?
Let's do it.
Okay. So my first question to you is, it is said that 2022 is heading towards creators economy. What's your take on the same?
Yeah, I control your camera. All right. I agree with you. You know, I do think it is a creator's economy, and it's going to become more and more of that in the future. Influencers are going to hold more power. More brands and companies are going to want to work with them. The thing you have to worry about, though, even though it's going to be a creator economy, is if creators create crap content or not a good information, it's going to hurt them in the long run. So even though it is a creator's economy, there's so many creators, you have a ton of competition. You need to make sure whatever you create is amazing and it stands out.
Awesome. Okay. So, Neil, have you invested in an influencer marketing campaign for a client? Would you like to share the success?
Yeah, sure. We've done tons of them. We've done it for products. We've done it for financial services companies. We've done it all over, and it works really well. A great example of this in the United States is, you know, a financial company called FTX has done stuff with Steph Curry, which is one of the greatest basketball players, and Tom Brady. And they've also done stuff with like a sporting arena. So they have the FTX arena. And if you look at it, a lot of the stuff that they did in this space put them on the map, and now it's a multi-billion-dollar company, right? Building a brand is really important. And the founder there and the team there, Sam Bankman-Fried, just brilliant guy. And he wanted to go big. He went big with influencers and marketing, and they're everywhere now, all over the world.
Wow, this is cool. How many of you feel this is some really cool insight? Just say cool in the chat. Amazing. Neil, what are the parameters an influencer needs to be hired on according to you? So when you look at hiring an influencer, what are some of the key parameters you look at?
They need to be related to your space. Okay.
Right.
Number two is they need to have good engagement. They don't have to have the most followers, but good engagement with their audience. And number three, they can't just post something random. They need to be integrated into the campaign. If they're integrated, for example, if they post something and then you click and then it goes on the landing page and they're integrated into that landing page, that's a much better approach.
Awesome. So do you direct them on what they need to do, or do you leave that on influencer generated content? What's your general way of doing it?
I typically integrate them and leave them on the landing page. So you try to integrate them throughout the whole website and funnel. Without
Awesome.
integrating them, it doesn't work too well.
Awesome. This is cool. So apart from influencer marketing, which other digital marketing trends you see in 2022? The top 3 trends that you see.
Sure. So I think number one is brands are going to be even more important. Everything is getting really crowded. The ones who have the brands, people buy cars based on the brand. People buy shoes based on the brand. It's not necessarily Google searches or just what you see on social media. Number two, voice search is picking up. It's really popular and is spreading at a very rapid pace throughout the world. And if you're not leveraging voice search, I don't think you're going to do as well. And then number three, I believe, is Web3, like cryptocurrency, blockchain is going to start really pushing into marketing. I'll give you a great example of this. We all have data. What if you can get paid to control your data and get to see who sees it and who doesn't see it? That's an example of Web3. I don't think it'll be full-fledged by next year or anything like that. I just believe that over time, you're going to start seeing that push harder and harder.
Awesome. Did you just say crypto will impact marketing? Is that what you just said? Can you stress a little bit more? Yeah.
Blockchain also will impact marketing.
It will impact marketing. Okay, that's a good one. So, so do you suggest people to make investments in crypto right now? I know it's an off-topic question, but I mean, we were just catching up with digital marketers a few days back, and everyone were talking about invest. This is the right time to invest because it's going to boom from here. What do you say?
No comment. I don't believe in giving financial advice or investment advice, but people should do whatever they believe in and whatever they feel is right for them.
Makes sense, because I know if you say yes and everybody invests, and tomorrow Neil Patel, you become responsible for the same. All right, next one is, with semantic search in place, don't you think SEO industry will become more complicated?
It will become more complicated, but the SEO industry has become more complicated over time already, and people learn to adapt. right? It just gets harder and harder, and it gets better and better, because the end users gets ideally better results, and the crappy businesses, the marketers who aren't willing to spend the time, they're going to get pushed out. And the ones who are willing to put in the time and build amazing product and service and adapt, they're going to do better. So I'm all for to change, especially because it benefits the end user.
Perfect. So, what are some of the key parameters to drive or to make the website relatable to semantic search?
Sure. So the easiest thing to do is create content naturally for a reader and not for search engines. So I'll give you a great example of this. If I write an article on Apple, Google will know if it's Apple computer or Apple the food. And they'll know all the other keywords that I use, whether it's laptop or MacBook or any of that, and what it's all related to. The point I'm trying to make is, you as a marketer don't have to adapt much for it from an SEO standpoint. Do what's natural, and the search engines will figure it out and pick it up pretty quickly.
Right. Good one there. All of us just going to chat and say amazing. Neil, considering Meta is the talk of the world right now, and Metaverse is going to impact the way marketing has been done, what measure do you suggest brand needs to take at this point of time to make their business meta friendly?
Brands don't really have to do anything right now for the metaverse. The meta is, even Zuckerberg said it's not going to happen in the next few months or years. It's going to take a lot of time. The big thing is, what brands need to do is A, pay attention what's happening and keep up to date with it, and B, be prepared to move fast. What I mean by that is, when they say, hey, as a company, you can now create your profile, you can, or technically you already have a profile, but you can create a building, or you can create whatever it may be, go and do it. And just don't wait for it. The moment they say, hey, you can do this and you can use X, Y, and Z within Meta, do it. Don't wait a month or 2 months or 3 months to really start getting going, because what you'll find is, early adopters tend to get rewarded. When something is new, they want to make sure the engagement, the virality is there. So make sure you use it and jump on right away.
Sounds great, Neil. Neil, what are some of the key skills that you would recommend people to master in 2022 or to become 2022 ready? Apart from the regular skills that digital marketers generally have, what else do you think that they should master, or they should invest their time learning for 2022?
I'm going to give you one skill: creativity.
Awesome.
Marketers always try to learn about campaigns, conversion optimization, fine-tuning title tags, link building, the list goes on and on and on. Everyone's doing that stuff. What sets the winners apart from the losers is the winners think outside the box. You need that creativity to help you think outside the box and get the results, even if someone is budget constrained.
Awesome. That's cool. Creativity is something that people need to enhance for 2022. That's a good one. And the next one is, what are the top 3 tools that you used in 2021, the most, and which you never used before? Something that you got used to it and you learned about it and you put your time and investment into it.
The big tool that we use that we didn't use before was UiPath. Have you heard of UiPath?
No, UiPath. Okay.
It helps with workflow automation.
Okay.
That helps improve a lot of efficiencies. And then this year, we've been using Jarvis a lot more, which helps with content automation and creation using AI. It's not the best. You still need to modify it manually. But that's another tool that I've been heavily using this year that I wasn't using as much in the previous years. Those are probably the 2 biggest tools that I've been using more heavily in 2021 that I didn't use much in 2020.
Awesome. What's the next big thing in Uber Suggest for 2022?
Automation. So it's already in beta. We're testing out automation, so you don't have to do your marketing or SEO manually. And we'll see that roll out more so next year.
Awesome. Congratulations on a big plan. So how does one measure the success of influencer marketing? Is there any tool that you use? How do you really define the success of it? Like, what do you judge this on? UTM parameters, or how do you really get that?
Yeah, so the success is is just based on conversions. You can use the UTM parameters for tracking, but it really is just conversions. I look at it as you spent X, what did you get and Y? Now, some things won't have an immediate ROI. You also have to look at things like engagement, followers, brand awareness, brand mentions, all that goodwill, maybe emails collected, but those are all other great effects of marketing, but you should also track your ROI.
Awesome. That's cool. So is there any tool that you use for influencer marketing? Because that's one of the questions that everybody keeps asking me, which tool for influencer marketing?
But funny enough, I use influence.co and Social Blade quite a bit.
Influencer Co. Okay.
Influence.co.
Influence.co. Super. Do I?
Influence. I just want to make sure. Yeah, influence.co.
Influence.co. Fantastic. What's your mantra? I'm going to ask you some 3 personal questions because we're just going to near 10 p.m. now. What's your mantra for 2022, Neil?
I don't really have a mantra for 2022, but if I had to pick something, it would be to be innovative, dare to be different.
You are already. Next, do we see you in India in the coming year?
It depends on COVID, but I would have already been there if there wasn't as many COVID and flight restriction issues.
Awesome. And the last question for you. What plans for Neil Patel Digital in coming year? What are those innovative sectors or teams that you're setting up, or as per your R&D that you would have done, where is Neil Patel Digital making the big investment in 2022?
Yeah, so in 2021, we won, or just recently, we just won Performance Marketing Agency of the Year by Media Post, so we're really happy about that. We have a division. Thank you. We have Neil Patel Digital India. We're Australia, UK, US, Brazil, and a few more regions. And I would say the big thing next year is we probably will just continue expanding into more regions and try to delight our customers even more.
Awesome, Neil. Thank you so much. It's always shortest and the best session that we have with you because there's so much to learn from you. And you just don't come prepared, and that's the best part of it. It's just there. Like, you are the living digital marketing legend I know of, and I'm so proud of all your achievements and all the things that we learned from you. So gratitude by the end of the year to you and for everything that you have been doing for the industry. So thank you for all the insights. All of us just going to chat and say thank you, Neil. And I would want you guys to also tag Neil Patel in the on Instagram and follow him on YouTube, and just go Google Neil Patel and you'll find him all over the place. So just go subscribe to his channels right there. Thank you, Neil. Anything that you want to say at the end? Just one motivational note for all of us.
In marketing, it's all about experimentation. What works for your competitors may work for you. What works for you may not work for your competitors. Continue to try new things. Even if it didn't work at one point for you, try it again, because sometimes market conditions change, people change. So you got to constantly test and tweak and run experiments. And lastly, thank you guys for being here. I really appreciate it. I know it's late. You guys didn't need to do this. So from the bottom of my heart, I really appreciate you guys taking the time and listening in today.
Thank you, Neil, from the bottom of our hearts as well. Have a good evening today. Good day, in fact. Bye. All right. So that was the Neil Patel with us talking about the future trends in digital marketing industry. How many of you here have learned a lot today? Just say I in the chat. If you've learned a lot today, just say I. And how many of you love this initiative that we have taken this month for bringing all the marketers and prospective digital marketers? Just say me. Put that in the chat. Lovely. So this is amazing. I mean, to bring you guys together under this banner was our vision. And I'm so happy that it's about 600, 700 people here, about 150 people live with us on YouTube, which makes this amazing. So Rishi, can you just take the lead here? And if you have the video in place, you could just play. Before we end this, I would like you guys to follow our initiative that we have for India, which is Digital Scholar. It's an institute that I started 2 years back with a vision to see how we can create world-class digital marketers. And that's the goal that we have. So I'm just going to share the link with you right now. You can follow Digital Scholar on Instagram.com/Digital Scholar. So please do the needful. I've just shared the link. You can follow that on Instagram. Anish, can you just post the link for people right away? Meanwhile, yes, so the link is right there. You can just check. So please follow Digital Scholar and stay updated because we have some interesting things coming up. We're gonna do one more big event in Jan with a little bigger set of speakers, just to keep you guys updated about different things and different verticals of digital marketing. So over to Rishi for the final note. So I just wanted to say each one of you today that digital marketing is all about being consistent. It's about practicing digital. It's about innovating. It's about experimenting, and it's about thinking creative. One of the most important things besides all this is learning how to keep your mind calm, because digital marketers generally get anxiety attacks, panic attacks, because there's so much of information overload. लोगों को लगता है कि we're just sitting on the laptop and working, and we're just on the mobile phone all the day, and they think this is not much of the task, but the kind of mental task that we all go through is way too massive. And for all the efforts that you guys have been putting in to build your career in digital marketing, always remember to play it big, because each one of us have got the ability to drive something crazy in this industry, because the canvas is big and we can do a lot of great stuff. Over to you, Rishi, for the last note, and take the lead from here.
Thank you so much for Saurav for hosting this day, and we are making a history by felicitating all the top digital marketers in India and all over the world as well. So thank you so much for bringing this day to light, and we continue to celebrate every year from here on. So people who haven't got the deck, you should be mailing us, which is info@digitalscholar.in, with the subject line tap link, so that what happens is we know that during this session we shared with you, and you will get all the insights and the deck, which is for the event, and then you'll also get some amazing freebies that we are not going to be mentioning to you guys. Okay, next is somebody's asking, can we get the recording, because they want to know what happened in the meeting. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be sharing with you the live YouTube link that you can see on the screen here. Okay, I'm sharing in the chat. This is the live YouTube link, and you can watch the recording right now. All right, so make sure you subscribe to the channel as well. Now I'm going to be playing with you guys a video where we show you the transformational side of Digital Scholar, where we have hosted more than 3,000 people in the 3-month digital marketing program. And it's been changing lives of so many budding digital marketers and even a lot of agency owners to the picture. So we are coming up with our next batch, which is the batch 12 on the January 7th, which is right after your holidays, right after vacation. If you want to learn and if you want to go in depth into the subject, then this is one program that you should not miss out. So more details about it I will share with you, but here's a video of what we usually do at Digital Scholar here.
All right. Thank you so much. Here is the last task for all of you. Before you go to bed, go ahead on Instagram. You can make a video. It's a challenge for all of you, or you can make a story and share what were the biggest 3K takeaways from today's session. Okay. You will have to tag us on your story, or you'll have to tag that on the video that you're going to upload or in the reel. So you can just start the video saying that my 3 biggest takeaways from the Digital Marketing Day event hosted by Saurav or by Digital Scholar. You can use any of these, whatever you're comfortable with, or you don't even say our names, it's also fine. 3 biggest key takeaways from Digital Marketing Day is number 1, number 2, number 3. So make a video, make a story, tag us, upload it, and some of the best ones I would love to repost it on my Instagram. So lovely hosting all of you, and thank you for the energy, for staying till this point of time. So I would like to just pay gratitude to my entire team at Digital Scholar and Ecomi to work hard, because we started promoting this event just 2 days back and we were still able to pull this. So thanks to the entire team who's worked on the back end. Thanks to Rishi, thanks to the trainers who have come today, Sahil, Neil, and from the team Madhawk, Mr. Ravi. So I think that is also something, it means a lot to us. And last but not the least, thanks to each one of you. And I would just want to pay gratitude from bottom of my heart for being here with us till this point of time. Because of you, we exist, and thank you for supporting us in this initiative. Wishing you all a very happy Digital Marketing Day. You guys are truly awesome. Love you. Goodbye. Good night.